How's everybody?
Good.
Good. The weather
Good. Yeah.
is lifting up my spirits.
I hear you.
I was very jolly.
Yeah, everyone's a little excited today.
It was very jolly.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Do you believe in change?
Change, of course. Why would I not believe in change?
Do you believe people can change?
Of course.
I thought you were talking about pocket change. I'm joking.
It's gonna be one
I
of those.
believe in change. No, I don't.
So,
actually.
Tania, do you believe in change? Do you believe
Yes.
people can change?
Absolutely. It depends. Not their personality, but their values and the way they look at
What's
things.
harder to change?
Ooh. Okay,
don't know
between
you
what?
can
What are the
change your
options we got?
What was the what?
What are
You,
the
of course,
options?
you can change your personality.
What are the? Oh, I was gonna
No,
say,
you can't.
can you? You can be in a
Personality,
bad
yes.
mood.
I mean,
Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah, but that's
No.
still you.
No, personality meaning that if you're witty and then you're not witty anymore. Because I feel
you
like
can't
that goes-
turn off witty.
Yeah,
Yes, you
no.
can. If you're in a bad mood, if you're depressed. If
Yeah,
you're-
but that's what
Yeah,
I
but
just
that's-
said. That's why I said if you're in a bad mood.
No, but some
that's
people
not
are
a
bad mood
permanent
for life.
change.
Like
Bad
if
mood
let's
for
just say
life.
you.
I
live
feel
through-
I feel if you're in a bad mood, you can still be witty, but you
Yeah.
just that just translates to sarcasm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
You just
true.
carry it to
What
the
I'm,
mood.
what I'm thinking about is
Yeah. What are the levels?
okay. So let's go back into high school years.
Oh,
Wow, that's a long time ago for you.
Yes, I am old. My daughter reminded me that it's
No.
been 30 years that I graduated.
not just your daughter.
Carry
Remember
the
this weekend?
baton.
Yeah, this weekend too. Yeah, somebody
the
told
line?
me. It's like, are you born old?
If you were
But
born
what made him
old.
ask? What made him
No,
say that? I
no.
wasn't there for that part.
I have no idea.
Damn, that's fucked up.
You were definitely not born old. You should show the picture of you with your luscious locks.
Oh, when it was brown or
When it was brown.
Long and curly.
yeah.
Once upon a time. So anyway, let's get back to high school. You remember all those cool kids? I don't know if you guys were cool in high school.
I
No.
was like in between.
I think I was average.
Yeah, me too.
I hung out
dabbled.
both sides.
Yeah, same, dabbled.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that, yes, so people can change.
Thank you. Okay, so we're good.
Now
No,
that
you know where I'm
but we,
going
now
but
that
we
I
already
think
said
about
it-
yes.
I didn't answer.
But we didn't say yes. Technically.
Wait, relax.
But we needed
She's
criteria.
the guest, so you know it's bonus points when she.
Well, okay, you didn't introduce our guest today.
What is there to introduce? Everybody knows her.
no one knows.
On the pod? Tom, you've been here before?
No.
Okay, so
First
Jason's
time.
like, what?
She's a big fan of the pod. Super hairdresser, a mother of an incredible soccer player. She is a super mom too.
it's a good intro.
Nice.
What else can I add?
That's a good intro.
Sounds good.
Sounds
I'm
good?
good with that. Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
And the
Don't-
negatives. No, I'm just joking.
I was gonna say your name would be cool too, but you know,
Tanya.
yes.
Oh yeah, she really likes it when I call her by name. That too. It seems I don't call people by their names.
What do you call people? Miss?
Hey.
Hey, no. Hey, stranger.
No, but
Hey,
just
stranger.
in general, it's a thing. When you're speaking to someone, they like to hear their name.
This is true.
Actually,
know.
yeah,
I like
it's,
hearing
it's
my name.
actually a
You
thing.
don't like hearing your name?
No,
makes-
it's not like I don't like it. It doesn't
It doesn't click for you like that?
like Sid.
It's actually a
oh,
psychology thing.
Really?
Yeah.
You
that's how
actually
you-
ask somebody their name, and throughout the conversation, you say, "Oh, thank you, Sin. I appreciate you."
Yeah.
Your brain is like, "Oh."
With that
thanks."
face?
No,
Okay.
that's my face.
Okay, no, man. Just
That's
saying.
not
Yeah, I
included.
use
Hi,
people's name on
Sid.
purpose.
That is not included.
Because that's how you kind of, manipulate people, Got to use their names. and shit.
what?
What?
manipulates
Sedalia,
who?
stop.
A little bit. A little. He's right.
Oh, Sedalia.
Nobody does such a
It's a little
thing.
There's a lot of manipulation going on right now.
What?
Oh, 100%.
Nonsense,
It's like a
nonsense.
battle right now.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You need to change.
Stop gaslighting me.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Those happy words.
I just throw them now randomly.
So to get back to the high school thing, right? To those popular kids, those kids that, had all the attention, everything was going on for them. Right? Personality, bigger than the world.
Right.
Have you crossed those people recently?
Yes.
And do you feel like most of them still have that type of energy, type
No.
of personality, type of
My experience, no.
no?
Quite the opposite. Very humble, like the ones that I've met personally.
These
were
are the bullies
super-
we're talking about?
Like
or?
super popular, not very nice. They're actually somewhat humble. It's a bit bizarre to be like, you used to be not very nice in high school, and all of a sudden you're very nice and gracious. And
What about if it was you? Maybe you were the mean one.
Were you?
me?
Yes, I could see it.
No, I wasn't mean. I was nice. I was like the sweet.
What now?
I was the sweetheart.
I know, right? It was a hard word to digest.
What? Stop.
Like, and the lie detector says that is a lie.
Okay, so that's what changed. That's what you
too
meant.
much
That's
She
what
was
I
nice
meant.
in high school, but now she's not. So
There you go. See, I was nice. Now I'm not.
Here you go.
People don't change. They adapt.
this one.
That's actually good.
Je
But
de
can
mots.
you adapt a personality?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Because I think you learn with experience, right? If you do something and the outcome is bad, then you'll adapt.
Not everyone.
Not everyone, but I feel the majority of people, they adapt to certain situations. Of course, you have to keep it up, and some people are like, fuck that, you know what I mean? But no, I think people adapt a lot. They learn, they wisen up. But I think fundamentally, you still have that default that you kind of will always lean to. But, you know, you try. I mean, I speak for myself. There's a lot of times where I was like, I could still feel that default of like how I would react is there, but I know that it's not going to be any good for me. So
Change
I
ain't
adapt.
easy.
No, it's like
I'll say that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll say that right off the bat.
Yep.
Like,
Most of the time, we don't
experience.
notice it.
Yes, I think so.
You think you don't notice the
You'll notice it maybe, but down the line.
Yeah, because it could be subtle. It could be incremental.
right?
And it's
Well,
it's,
it
a,
does take time.
it's an accumulation and a
Yeah.
continuation of many things accumulating, and then all of a sudden you adapt, like you say, or you
Right.
transform, and then down the line is like, like, and it could be positive or negative.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like if life gets really hard, and then all of a sudden you're more humbling, you're more this. It's a positive thing, but you don't realize how you got there, right? Or vice versa. Like you've been,
But I think a lot of this are active choices, right? So I can't.
active choices.
They're active
So it's
choices.
voluntary.
To change?
Yeah, it's
I don't
active
ag-
choices.
I don't believe so.
Well,
there's
it can
both.
be.
So-
It could be more than one. It could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
active. It could be circumstance.
Yeah, exactly.
Active change is being very self-aware, but I'm meaning like life sometimes piles up on you, and all of a sudden.
But I think
you
that's
become-
experience, which equals to adaptability, right?
Yeah.
If you continue to do something and always get the same result, you know what I mean? Like they say, that's crazy. But eventually you learn, okay, this is not going to change if I keep acting the same way. So I'm going to adapt to something different that will probably give me a better outcome.
But you see, I'll give myself as an example. Young girl was very naive and very la la land in a sense.
Okay.
Always believed
Aren't
in
we
the
all?
good.
Hopeful.
Yeah,
Very young,
hopeful. I don't know if everybody was, but now I'm more realistic, borderline cynical, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's what people
You
say.
get to know people and then
Yeah.
you become.
But that's what I'm saying. But I didn't realize it until recently looking at old videos and old pictures. And I'm like, damn.
What was different in those pictures?
Again, the videos, I was trying to remember
It
what I was feeling
moments?
at the time. Yeah, it was
okay,
moments.
okay.
And I was like, it felt so simpler then, so easier then.
But
so,
yeah, but it was because it
it
was. Because it was.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or it's just you
No. it-
experienced life?
No, life was
it's
simpler.
an accumulation of challenges.
Life
and
was
stuff.
simpler.
Life was simpler.
And my situation was a lot. It was pre-kids. It was just out of college.
Okay,
But
in that
just,
way.
but no, I'm gonna say it. Just life was simpler. Period. Like even like with your situation, granted, it's different, but life was, in its essence, simpler back then. It wasn't as there's so much nuance and complexities that are thrown in every 6 months
And options.
these
Okay,
days.
okay, we're talking
And
about
options.
like society
And options.
And
Yes,
options.
yes.
Because I remember dating way back when. It was
Okay,
really
that's- yeah,
simple
then
as
that's
ABC.
external, okay.
I like her. She likes me. Yay.
Hey, you write on the paper, yes or no?
You know, in that way.
Now
yeah.
it's like, are you
Now-
gonna buy me a car?
Are you going to provide? Are you going to let me? Are you this? Are you that? And I thought it was me growing older.
Nope.
But then it's not necessarily
Nope.
that.
No, and this, yeah. Because society has changed in our
Even
That's what-
financially speaking, before everybody had the ambition of just having a house and traveling maybe once a year and having a car. And that's
Yeah, some
about
of
it.
us millionaire, but
Yeah, yeah.
even
But now everybody's like, oh, I want this, I want that, I
Yeah.
want this, and extra, new phone every year. Before it's like, hey, you have a pager.
Everybody was-
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Well,
there
Look,
was not
upside
much-
down,
yeah.
boob.
oh, what? Sorry,
There was not much out there. That's the thing.
this is
Now
true.
there's just so much being produced and
This is true.
So we're victims of consumption.
oh
Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
It's in your face every day.
So how do you navigate through that? You as a mother of a 10-year-old now, right? Social media consumption, publicity is everywhere all the time. Fucking YouTube now, an hour video, there's 20 million.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
more
the ads.
commercials
And then
now.
when you skip one, there's another one right behind
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Now there's 3. Before it was like 1
Yes.
during the video. Now there's like 3 breaks
And
with
then
2
2
to
minutes.
3.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's how they make money right now.
it. Yeah, but
They don't make enough money.
Clearly not. It's really
like, where
hard
does
to
this
make it on
end?
YouTube.
It's
And-
never enough.
And it reminds me of the whole Wally scene where they were trying to put. Actually, there was the Wally scene, and this rapper once said that if technology goes this way and they're able to, they would put fucking commercials in your dreams.
oh, for sure.
Shit.
Who was the rapper?
Yusufa.
That's what. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He was like, if we continue like this, they're gonna try to find a way to
Monetize your dreams.
monetize
Yeah,
your
yeah.
dreams. Like you're gonna be sleeping. Buy this.
Well, isn't that what Elon wanted to do? I don't want to talk much about these guys, but isn't that
Neuralink?
the
Oh, the
Neuralink?
chip?
Because wouldn't that probably be a
But that
Something
wasn't
that you could
the-
do?
Was that the purpose of it?
no, it's
No,
not the purpose.
but it's
no,
rarely that.
not
They
the purpose.
kind of already do it, right?
How
With
so?
our phones listening. So
Yep.
if you're having a conversation, you say, "Oh, I really want to go to Greece,"
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah,
then,
yeah.
and all of a sudden you're like Facebook, and it's like Greece.
This dream has been sponsored by.
You.
Exactly. But so how do you navigate through this? Having a child now, nephews, cousins, whatever
Yeah.
they are, these young bucks, right?
Young.
Well, I got 3 of them, so yeah, 4 actually. Sorry, but yeah, they're all with me.
Because you can't hide them or protect them from it. Because
Yeah,
it's gonna be
once
there.
they're in school, they're out there, and you bring him back in. You bring him back down to earth. And
How?
I can only speak for myself. I speak a lot with my son. Ever since he was young, just showing him there's a whole life outside of East End Montreal, and people, and not only Italians. And he sees the way I am, where like I speak to other people, and I just learning about different things and different people, and he kind of took after me, thankfully.
Lead by example.
Yeah, and so, but I see it sometimes. He's like, I want the new Air Forces, and mind you, he just got a pair like last year, and I'm like, no, those still fit. And I'm like, so I just have to tell him like,
Humbling him.
yeah. And if he really wants something that's like he does not need it, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Fair.
You have a bank account; it comes out of your bank account.
But how does he have money? How does he get money?
Well, birthdays and stuff. When people give him money, it goes in a bank account.
And
So teach him that. And just
But he
and
understands
honestly,
the
I'm
value.
big on don't follow what other people do.
But he understands value at that
Yes.
point, so that's what
Yes.
you do. So that's why you
He
do
does.
it, right?
He does. I'm proud of him for that. He really does. And he appreciates things.
Good.
He really does. Because I taught him from when he was really little that money doesn't grow on trees.
What would you say is your biggest consumption vice?
Right now, I got none.
You don't have any?
I'm so good right now. It's pretty shocking.
Wasn't it like that McDonald's coffee?
I don't even do McDonald's anymore.
Okay.
I make coffee at home before going to work.
What happened? You're
my-
paying bills now?
Yeah,
She said,
I
yeah.
love it. It's
I love it.
but I just
I love it.
I love it. Yeah.
Should have dated rich.
No, but I think it was just, it made me think of certain things and spending more time making my own stuff, like making meals for myself.
Are you trying to save money or are you just trying not to
Save
spend
money,
money?
and not to spend too much, because there's certain things that I realized, what is this for?
Like what?
Well,
what
I-
was it
like,
before?
I think it was more like the coffee, like going out to eat a lot. And then now I'm just like really into cooking, and it's fun.
That's good.
It's like creativity. And I feel like that has reawakened that part of me, the creativity part that has been sleeping for a long time. I realized, because I think I had pushed that aside. I was just like, I think I was stuck in the consumer world.
Well, you were also like when you were home,
yeah.
like you didn't really have to worry about like making meals as much, right? Because they were
No,
kind
yeah,
of
they were
available.
kind of
yeah.
yeah.
So
But it was just, but I would waste it in going out, right? And going out and going to supper, lunch. It was just
Gotcha.
go, consume. And I guess that was my creativity was spending at that moment. But now it's like it's more internal. So I found like different outlets, and I'm like, you know what, I like this. So it just makes a lot of sense.
But you have no something that you spend on, and you're like,
I mean, I'm looking at some nice kicks on her feet right now. They look
That
fresh
ain't
and
mine.
brand new.
That ain't mine though.
That's not the boyfriend's.
It is.
you wear the same.
Me and you, bro. Well, look at her. She's tall, bro.
You see, that's economy right there.
Yeah, we share shoes.
I'd be mad.
We share shoes.
You would?
Don't touch my shoes. Like you don't.
No, I asked him. I go, can I wear your shoes? He's like, yeah, sure. Thank you. Bye.
I wouldn't mind. Well, not all my shoes, but I wouldn't mind some for the simple fact it would give me a reason to buy some new ones.
Oh, so that's your.
But he
My
knows that
son
I'm-
was the
That's your
same
consumption-
size
that's
as
your
me for
consumption
3
vice?
months. I didn't have time to push enough.
You just.
But he knows
you
I'm
just, You just
meticulous,
revealed
so-
yourself. So that's your
Oh, yeah,
consumption.
yeah, definitely.
That's
Me
your.
too.
You've already said that. Your thing is shoes.
Yeah, but he didn't say that.
But
right
I
now.
know why. I came to this conclusion yesterday with my daughter talking
Oh
about
my
it.
goodness.
That's why we're talking about this today.
Makes you feel young.
I was, I'm not going to say traumatized, but I was, I had a chip over my shoulder for a very long time.
Okay.
When we got here, we were super poor. When I mean super poor. This is my San Leo years. And I was not a cool kid by any means. My mom cut my hair. My mom actually made my shirts. And
think
we
that's
bought a lot of stuff, you know.
It's cool
I
if you
think
think about it now. It's not cool when
I
you're a
cut my
kid wearing it
son's hair.
then. Yeah, but
Really? Are you
hairdresser.
comparing now? You're a professional hairdresser.
I was like, yeah, but
It's like a chef saying,
Like, her hair is
I
all,
cook
like,
for my
laid."
family. Yeah, okay.
I don't have to. But
Yeah, but it would be kind of, why would you spend money on somebody when you
Yeah.
can do it yourself?
yeah.
But the majority of us got our hair cut by our parents back then.
I ain't gonna lie.
I-
My dad hooked me up once and
I didn't. It wasn't good.
Yeah, no, but me, it
it
was,
was a bowl cut.
Yeah, they should just cut.
like if
hair.
I show you the picture of my Sec 1, you will realize that.
Considering the kind of hair you had, I
Yes,
understand
I'm
where
not
you're
saying it
going
was
with
the
this.
easy type of hair. Keep
I
in
understand
mind.
where you're going with this.
But then finally, I wanted to start playing basketball, and we couldn't afford much. So
Got
my
them
mom
LA
bought-
Gears,
So we went to Zillers. Check this out.
Zellers.
Zeller.
I remember like it was yesterday too. So there was this pair of kicks with no brand, no name, no
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, I
right?
know those.
At Zillers, and to add even more drama to it, they didn't have my size, but I liked them so much.
You
I
got
still
bigger
took them.
pair? You got the bigger pair?
Smaller ones.
Oh. No.
And I remember I used to walk. So if anybody knows San Leo, I used to
You
live on
always go
Jean Talon
bigger.
Lacadère. There was no bigger.
Oh shit.
That was like the last cool pair.
Okay.
And we walk about 2 kilometers to go to school, right?
Still
that-
decent. That's still a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that since Sec 1. That was the big thing. And I walked and it was raining. And the shoe started.
Opening. Oh.
And I think it was like a week in that I had them. And I had to tape them. And then I was mad at my mom because she was going to be like, oh, you don't take care of your stuff. But that was the case. People were going to make fun of me at school. And everybody was big on kicks then. Like that was the, like you could be broke, but as long as you had somewhat of a nice pair of shoes,
Yeah.
it was I. You know what I
Did
mean?
they have to be a brand?
Then I don't know if it was a
cool?
brand or just like the
think,
look.
style
I
of
think
it.
the brand kicked in around our high school time.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when Jordan actually started his whole
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
I,
I don't remember brands being in when I was
Well,
in high
for-
school.
how old are you? Wait, how old are you now?
40.
I think for women it was different when it came to sneakers. For
Yeah, 'cause
guys.
I
I'm
don't
thinking
remember.
of the guys and not even.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I remember high school. Like it was a big deal. Everybody was wearing the
Really?
same stuff.
no.
Even the girls, there was like these specific type of platforms that everybody had to wear.
Italians way back when it was Dockers. Doc
I thought it
Martens.
was
Doc
Latinos.
Martens?
Yeah.
No.
Latinos rock the docs. The
Yeah,
docs.
but I'm talking in the 90s. I remember because a lot of them were really rock and roll guys.
Wait, sorry, you talking about Doc Martens or Dockers? Sorry.
No, Doc Marten.
My bad. I was thinking about Dockers.
The high tops with the rings, with the shirt of Metallica and the big rings.
Well, those were like
Those were the metalhead
grunge
guys.
people.
Those were
Yeah.
like 90% of
Different
Italians.
Really?
Me growing up.
No.
There
I
were
was gonna
big
say-
fans of rock.
I remember this.
What do you mean?
I remember. When you were growing
I grew
up.
up. I
With
grew
the
up in
little
San
spiky
Leo.
hair?
That's all I was gonna say. When you grew up, it's true. Because
Yeah.
I remember when I was growing up with the spiky hair, but
Yeah,
they were
that's it,
Italian.
'cause
But
it's
the
like spiky hair. We're
the
the
spiky
same.
hair,
With
but
the-
not
the
rock though. It was
frosted
kind of
tips.
more the
Oh my
boy
God,
band
the
style.
NSYNC like
Oh no, Italians for me
gosh.
way back when they were very like
Genos.
Genos. No, but Genos with the V cuts low, that came in the
Later.
2000s. That came in 2000s. Because I have pictures with my boys then.
I get- yeah.
And like it went so low, that V cut. I'm like, where
What are
you
we
going?
talking about? The 50s?
No.
Oh, you.
Talking the 90s. The 90s like the Bon Jovis of this world.
Yeah. The 90s.
Guns N' Roses and all these.
They didn't have the V-necks yet. In the
No,
90s.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. That
they-
came
no,
2000s.
Yeah,
That
I
came
know what you're
2000s.
talking about.
So they all had like the big rings. They had the leather jackets, those like soprano
I know
style
what you're talking
jackets.
Yes.
about. I know what you're talking about.
The chains.
But
That
now
was-
you're young,
always.
you're mixing two styles.
no, but
that
it was
wasn't-
those were the two types of Italians that were.
Oh, so you had the grunge and then
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
Grunge, yeah,
Because
yeah.
everybody was rock somewhat. The Bon Jovis,
Yeah.
the Guns
Well,
N'
it was
Roses,
the grunge
Metallica.
Korn.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
90s, big, yeah.
And then there was the my era. There was so the hip hop or the basketball community was starter kits, starter.
Yes, I remember
those sports
starter.
jackets that had a zipper
Yes.
only, and the leather
I used to have the
jackets.
hockey ones. I remember I had the
Exactly.
San Jose Sharks ones and stuff.
And,
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
you're talking about.
goodness, that was such a big thing.
I know.
And
I
the
remember
Expos
that.
cap fitted. That was big. That and Canadian caps. Everybody had those.
That's true.
Like I never had those until
Later.
Lord. No, I never actually had those.
Did
I
it
had
get
an Expo cap that my friend gave it to me, and I felt like
It didn't
he
get
was
ruined in
super
the rain,
generous.
did it?
No, it was a real one.
I think like
Quality.
that really broke my heart.
But that's why, because I was thinking about it, and my daughter was like, "Why do you like shoes so much?" And then the minute I could actually can buy shoes, it became my obsession. Comfort,
Makes sense.
quality. Because it's not necessarily, I don't follow necessarily brands or like, I don't have.
Yeah, but you have funky styles. When it
Yeah,
comes to
that's
shoes.
it. Because I grew up when we were younger, you had to be unique. If you had the same shoes that somebody else, a T-shirt that somebody, you weren't cool. You were like a copy, a wannabe. Everybody could afford it. It was just boring that way. And then the obsession starts. But now today,
What about the socks?
No, I wasn't there yet.
Remember
What trauma caused that?
I had small ankles. No,
tiny ankles? I must distract you from these ankles.
so much colors. I can't.
SpongeBob.
Deflect.
I don't know. What were we gonna ask?
No, I was gonna ask. I mean, I remember you had goals of shoe design
Yes.
and shoes.
Still.
Is that still something
Still.
else
Oh
that
yeah,
you do?
nice.
Yeah.
Still, eventually, if everything goes well. Hopefully, in the near future.
Exciting.
So that's why it does make sense. The whole school for me too. It was more like I would say it was a lot. It was fashion for me, like a lot. Growing up, like didn't really have either. But as much as I didn't have, my parents still did a good job in terms of get like Zellers, like those places, getting this stuff, still making me look fly, but like
You had a fashion sense.
I had a fashion sense.
yeah. But
That's
you could
something
tell.
we lacked of
Yeah.
completely.
Total
like you could
fashion
take
sense.
something cheap or cheaper and still make it funky and cool and
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Me, sadly, was none of the above. Like it looked cheap. We knew it was cheap,
Okay.
and
You went for it.
But then you go back and you look at the style and stuff like that. Like it's funny you mentioned like pictures. Like sometimes I go back and I look. Remember that era where they were wearing the goggles, the Mace goggles and stuff like that. I go back and I look and I see myself rocking goggles, but I'm also wearing glasses at the same time. So it's like
That's hilarious.
that
and a yellow
remi-
cardigan. Like
Yeah. That
yeah, the
reminds
Tommy
me of,
Hilfiger era.
yes. Sorry.
That movie, oh my God, with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Seth Green, and he wears the goggles.
I know exactly
Can't
what
hardly
you're
wait.
talking about. Oh, that's what it was.
That's
yeah.
a very
That's
big
exactly the style we used to be rocking
Yes.
like all the time.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that was a style. I remember.
But a lot of the
those.
'90s stuff are coming back in a
Yeah.
sense a bit
Yeah.
now.
And they think
But '90s
that-
is good. The 2000, I don't want it to
No.
come back.
oh God, now
2000s was what really?
2000 was like those belts with the
the
neon
big buckles?
lights. Yeah, no, but the neon. There was like the LED
I
lights.
remember the LED lights.
The color, especially Italians, they had colorful shirts.
Baby Fat was when 2000s,
Oh yeah.
2000s. That was in the hip hop era where everybody had
and
those
baby or whatever they were.
Fubu,
Baby.
all of them.
Right, right.
Juicy. What's it?
Yeah,
Juicy, that's the one I was
Juicy,
trying. That's the
yeah.
one I was trying to
With
remember.
the
Juicy.
matching.
And look, the caps there, Van something.
Oh, Dutch
Vans?
Von Dutch.
Van.
I hated
Van
those.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Everybody had that
the
cap with the
trucker cap.
Oh, the
With the-
rhinestones and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, the trucker caps. That's what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
and
called.
those jeans too could
Which
just
jeans?
burn.
Or the
Which
makeup,
one?
or the
bedaz-
eyebrows.
bedazzlement.
What was the eyebrows?
Oh my God, the thin eyebrows.
Oh,
The
yeah,
early
I'm a
2000s.
victim of
Oh
that.
my God, I overplucked.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't look.
Really?
Oh,
We
I
are
can't
all
look at my
victims.
high school pics. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's bad.
good Lord.
Like nothing there type. Of
No.
Oh no, there's just
No,
like
there's a line.
like a line. I don't know why we thought that looked good.
Yeah.
Or those little like low waist jeans. You know when Britney Spears
Yes.
brought it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
but those are cute if you had
I think they ruined.
If you had,
if you
If you
had
had.
the body. For,
Yeah.
If you had
but
the
not
body.
many did. The Paris Hiltons of that world, because skinny was still in fashion. Then.
It was in fashion, yeah.
Nicole Richie, Paris Hilton.
Yep,
All
yep.
those were like
Those are the
sticks.
it girls.
Yeah, there were sticks.
Nicole
yeah.
Richie was not always.
She was a stick when that.
When they
No.
became
What
that
was that
whole
TV show
that-
Sweet
Struggled a lot
Life
with their weight.
Paris,
Weight.
Sweet Life. Sorry?
Yeah, something like
Simple
that.
Life?
Yeah, the
Simple
Yeah,
Life,
Simple
the Simple
Life,
Life,
yeah.
when they went to a farm and shit
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She was bigger.
With Paris.
Oh, yeah.
But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, she was before.
big,
Yeah.
but she was
Bigger.
chunkier then.
Then she
after,
became
yeah,
famous and lost
a lot of weight.
Cocaine.
As
So that's
Hollywood
when
does to you.
the what's it called? All the models were still super skinny then.
Yeah.
You saw like recently, you guys, you know America's Top Model?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I know recently, like it came out like there was so, you know how horrible they were treated behind the scenes? And
I've heard.
on the show too, as well. Like
Well, I
Tyra.
heard she was a
Yo, yeah, Tyra was a
Yeah. Oh, she
Tyrant.
looks like a tyrant.
like it was really bad. A lot of them really went through some shit. Like
But
Yeah.
not many
Emotional.
are kind people.
No,
Ellen
not in
DeGeneres, Oprah.
yeah, you don't hear anything about Ellen no more. You heard about the
she
big
got canceled.
Yeah, I know, but then
But didn't she come back and do a comedy show?
She tried.
she did?
Oh, she
Yeah.
tried to-
I saw it on Netflix.
She tried to do a comeback,
I didn't even hear
but
about that.
she was rejected.
Well,
She can't change?
No, she can't have both struggles. She's a lesbian and evil. Like it makes no sense.
oh damn,
Come on, man.
can't have it both.
have to be a
man.
nice-
Like, come
wow,
on.
Wow, wow.
What?
You have to be a nice lesbian.
You have to be a nice lesbian.
But yeah, because
Or else-
how are they known? And again, this is not my opinion. I'm talking about how society paints them.
Outside, just gotta find it so funny.
Everybody finds lesbians angry.
Who's everybody?
What comedians? How many times do they make fun of lesbians because of that? And the highest rate of divorce is among lesbians.
Is this true?
Yes,
Wow.
Really? I've never
57%. You know where the
than-
lowest is? Gays.
Yeah.
Go, they're-
boys.
I see that.
You
I
go,
see that.
boy.
I guess the men are loyal, huh?
It has to do with loyal.
To each other, though.
What are you trying to do?
No, I don't think they're loyal to each other. I think they're loyal to their community.
Ah, they're like, yo, we can't.
Because I believe they
they're
fuck
like,
around.
we cannot fuck this up.
I think they might be a little bit more open minded
That's
in that way.
Open
yeah.
legged,
Yes.
open minded. Open,
Yeah, they're more like
Open
oh,
everything.
yeah.
Open everything.
Yeah,
They take it in.
I'm gonna
This is
stop.
we're poly, baby.
I'm gonna let him do it. I was about to join in too. I was like,
Take it in. That's what he said.
yeah, literally,
Yes,
He
they
literally-
definitely did.
literally.
Encore.
Hey, props though. No, I like the,
But that's
keep up the
because
institution of marriage.
Oh yeah.
that's why comedians are making fun of them so much. They're like, hey, women are not even getting along with women.
Damn.
How do you expect? They don't even understand each other. How do you expect a man to understand a woman? And that's why the gays are the happiest.
Oh shit! Who said this?
At least two comedians.
You gotta find it.
hate
And one of them
saying
is
this.
Bill Burr.
Of course it was.
I don't
Love
think it's
Bill Burr.
wrong. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's women's fault. I think we've
Whose fault is it? A man?
I think
How many girlfriends do you
society-
have?
No, I think
Wait,
society.
how many girlfriends do you have?
Quite a few.
You get along with them?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And guys?
Yeah, I get along with men too.
Which
Which
do you
one
get?
better?
I don't know. Just be
Men.
honest. Thank you.
Tanya went like this.
But wait, I'm not done. I think it's because of the way society has pinned women against each other,
Oh, this
being competitive.
thing.
But
I'm
it's
tired of hearing
ingrained
this,
in
huh?
it. It's
It's the
ingrained.
tired of hearing
patriarchy
this.
again. It's the patriarchy.
No,
White
I'm, no,
men.
I'm not.
We
I'm
gotta
not
wash
gonna,
that out.
And I'm gonna say one thing, right? And because I, in all honesty, I used to subscribe to that. But at this point, no, what I'm saying subscribe it because I do know that society does pit, women against each other. They pit, different, obviously, races, class, all of that is done. We know. But the fact that we know
And
that
still do.
this is happening and we still allow it to happen is my problem.
But I did say did.
Not you.
No, I know. But I'm saying I think a lot of it is still ingrained in some of us, in certain generations, right? So it kind of causes these reactive, like older generations of women still have that cattiness. So we bring in
Even
a
young.
younger,
No, it's not just older.
Yes, I
Younger
know, but I
too.
think it's because of the fact that they've been exposed to that. You know what I mean? So then it kind of just carries on. It's a vicious cycle until you're like, no, I don't want to be like that. But I do sense it sometimes. There's some women that just are very catty. I don't know if you've experienced this.
No, I think the opposite, especially now today. I find women are like joining
Really?
forces and like
Like, I mean, the
lifting each
friends that
other
I
up.
have, yes. Like the people that I choose to like align with, yes. But I find
They're
in
supportive
other
and-
people, like if you really like, if I like observe a lot, there's sometimes I'm like, whoa, there's a lot of cattiness that.
I might have
goes
to roll
down.
with Tanya.
I think you find that with anything though. I see that with men too.
I got to roll with her, but from if we're looking at it from a social, like let's say for example, online and social media perspective, yes, I think there are huge communities of women that band together. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like support and all these different things. Now,
Even in
is
the
it
workforce.
performance based? That's the question. Because sometimes I feel it is a bit performance based, because then the reality is what I see from what you're talking about.
Right.
Like the cattiness, sometimes talking bad
Yeah.
about it with other person, but it happens in men too. So like you said, you know,
It does.
but like I feel like it's the overall narrative that's being pushed, solidarity, unity, which should be the case, but I think it's all performance based.
But I don't see a lot of men talking shit about other men.
No, we don't
I
do that.
do.
We can't do that.
You know what
I
I
do.
mean?
We can't do that.
As
Only
for
to each
women-
other, but we don't do that. We don't do. But
As
we don't
for
do that.
women, we can.
We don't do it on.
We
We,
do.
don't do it online. It's rare that you'll see guys
Oh, no, no,
bashing
no.
other
No,
guys.
It's even worse.
online.
Yeah, we can't do it. But behind, yeah, they do it. It's
No, but
okay.
that
Yeah.
goes for both sex. What I meant by that, so you have girlfriends.
Yeah.
Are they old girlfriends or new girlfriends? Like, you still make new friends now?
Friends-ish.
Why?
Well,
They're so loving and welcoming.
No. Well, I have my two very good best friends since second grade.
Aren't they your
Nice,
cousins?
That's amazing.
No,
Okay, because I was like, that's cheating there.
no. Since I was born.
They're
no,
Italian?
No. Yeah. Well, one's half German, half Italian. But yeah,
She
Italian.
considers herself Italian.
Yes. Well, no, actually, not really. But and they're well, I wouldn't even consider them my friends anymore. They're basically family. They're my sisters.
Yeah, as sisters. At
Yeah,
that point.
yeah. And like I would take a bullet for them. They would take a bullet for me. But going back, yeah, I always kind of got along better with men.
Because it's simpler.
It is simpler.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
simpler.
And
That's
I
all what
just
I-
feel like the conversations between women. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get.
Kind of go. It's okay. You
Just
won't get.
do
Let's
it.
be
It's
honest.
never interesting. It wasn't interesting.
I find you have interesting conversations with your friends.
Yeah.
But
It's
the
a
only
different.
thing
It's
is,
a different
that-
dynamic.
but it's,
Yeah,
it's
I always kind of gravitated towards men. Yeah.
But women have tendency of having, it's rare anyway, from what I know, that women will have like political conversations among themselves. It's mostly
Yeah.
social.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That
And
is
once they
true.
have children, it's
Yes,
about
yeah.
the kid. And I, as soon
It's
as
all
you-
relationship, kids, and sex.
I'll walk in. The sex part I'm good with, but the kids' relationships, I'll walk away.
No, because men have sports,
Yep.
they have politics, they have.
Sex.
No, everybody has sex.
No,
Let's stop
no,
it.
but you gotta say it, bro.
But
we talk about everything. We talk
women,
about when shit
the
don't go right.
amount of detail that women give when they talk about sex
That's
is
true.
fucking fascinating.
It is fascinating.
And I'm lucky enough that some women share their
yeah.
conversations and discussions and questioning.
You get the
It's
screenshots, huh?
incredible.
The screenshot.
No, but I always
This guy.
keep
he has a
receipts.
vault of this.
Keep
Ladies,
receipts.
be careful.
Oh no, it's not me, the
Wow.
ladies.
Look at this. Who the fuck are you loyal to? The
Yeah,
pot
yeah,
or to your race? The woman race.
I have no race.
No, I didn't mean I have receipts concerning me. I don't have receipts concerning other people.
I know it's a joke.
No, just put it clearly now. Say it
No,
to the
he's a
camera.
good
I
guy.
didn't mean it.
Put that bass in your voice. Said, let her understand. He said, say it clearly now.
I keep receipts for me,
Clear
for my
my
protection, in case something happens.
In case you don't find me,
his
Jay,
protection.
open up this vault. Here's the code. Receipts.
Yeah.
Let it loose.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Watch the
Keep
world
sending
burn.
the screenshots, ladies.
No, that's not what I mean. It's like last time.
What does he want from me?
You're an asshole.
No, but I'll give you a perfect
am.
example. You have girlfriends, right? That you share pretty much everything. No, you don't.
Yeah, you have to
You
have
do.
one. You have to what?
You
You have
do.
one. You have one. Or two.
Everything.
I have one.
Yeah.
Okay.
One that's like a sister. That's it. That's all.
The vault.
Fair enough. Okay, so we'll take her. You have one that you have in mind. Let's just say you take your best friend, the
Bro,
guy
I
that you're
got
talking.
all my friends know.
The amount of detail.
I'm naive, bro.
Let's just say yesterday you were with a girl.
Yo,
Men don't ask too many questions. It's like, was she hot? Did
Yeah.
you enjoy it?
Yep.
Are you going to see her again?
Yep.
That's as far as
man,
we go.
you might not even get.
politely?
Are you gonna see her again?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I
like-
feel like that wouldn't be asked.
No, but it's like, is she gonna, does she have a contract or was it?
Because
hit
the
and
minute
run?
if you say she's hot, yes, automatically they'll be like, all right, most likely you're gonna see it
is
again.
like
Even if you
Code.
say no, you're dumb, okay.
You guys speak in code.
yeah,
Contract.
big time. What?
I'm like, what?
Was that what you said?
He said that.
Talking about.
Yeah,
It's like,
renewing the
we-
contract.
Oh, see, he has all these terms.
No, we don't
Like,
all talk like
We
that.
gonna fire her.
I was just about to we don't. No,
That's
good.
me.
that's
good.
literally
You should tell-
sitting
you
and
should
go.
But
tell
women,
people.
when they talk about a guy, they can tell you his birthmarks, his inspirations to become with, what was his fucking dream, at what age he was clean.
We barely remember her name.
No, we're not interested in those details.
I know, I was just being funny.
Okay.
And the details you guys enjoy.
Tania's like, wait a minute, hold on.
How long did he last?
Yep.
Was he passionate? Did he talk dirty? Does he have potential to become the fucking next, what was his name, Grey there from 50 Shades of Grey? What was his first name?
I never saw the
Shit.
movie.
In the movie or the
Yeah.
actor?
It's not William.
No,
William
it's not
Gray?
William.
I don't know. No,
No.
it's not. I just thought it sounded kind of cool.
No, it's not Edward. What is his name?
Shame on you,
Something
girls.
Oh my
Gray.
God, what is his
Christian
name?
Grey.
Christian Grey. Here we go. The
Yeah.
curve is here. Anyway, so
Listen,
yeah.
I read that just
She said, I read the shit out of that
study
book.
it.
I did.
Study your body.
The books.
The
Oh,
book,
okay.
fool.
I was curious.
guy.
I was literally curious what was the
That's
hype.
what she said, yeah,
and
it
then I
was-
read it and I was like, oh my goodness, very horrible writing.
Oh, wait.
I'm
I did not
an
expect
avid
that.
But
book
it
reader, so-
wasn't meant to
be, yeah.
be.
It was
kind
fan
of-
fiction initially.
It was porn fiction.
Fan fiction.
Hey, anybody saw the movie
R-rated
Baby
fan
Girl?
fiction.
Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody?
I did.
What was
Terrible.
it?
Because of her.
Yeah.
Because of her.
What's Baby Girl?
Of
What?
course. I saw it
Nicole
because of
Kidman.
me.
And
I loved it. Ish. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I was expecting a lot more.
So next time you come, I'm going to put some milk on the floor.
For me, bro,
I-
that milk is ending up on everywhere else but me. Shit.
I don't know what we're talking
No,
about.
it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
You're not missing out on much.
No.
It
No,
was a
it's-
very awkward movie.
The reason why you say that, it depends, right? Because if you're into that scene, right, the whole BDSM, dominance, master.
But that wasn't that.
Yes, it was. That's a whole. That was the
I
whole
think they
thing.
tried.
That was more some furry
No, it was, control
zoophobia.
But that's what it's
Yeah, it
about.
was
But
a
that's what I'm
control
trying to explain. The subtext of it, because baby girl is a term that's used amongst doms and
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
submissives.
yeah. No, that I
yeah.
know.
right? And there's it was a whole psychology behind it. It
100%.
didn't go all out.
100%.
You know,
But I
obviously.
feel like they should have.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you wanted to do the movie, like, do
Exactly.
it
If they wanted to
properly.
do, but the whole milk thing
Yeah.
in the hotel room, the dirty hotel thing,
Yeah.
just got me so weird and
I'm
awkward.
very-
But that's
curious.
but don't
And
you
Nick-
think that's how that scene is sometimes a bit?
no, I get, but
Not
Nicole
the scene
Kidman,
like the movie, but in general.
but
like,
already Nicole Kidman, physically speaking,
Yeah.
she's awkward. She has that awkward face. She doesn't look sexy.
Yeah, she doesn't have that
She
sexy.
doesn't
doesn't
look-
bring
She's very
But
thin.
since
Yeah.
all eyes wide shut.
I don't think they were going for like an overt. Remember, like look at what they were going for, right? She was way settled into her marriage. You know, the kids, just the life in general for her. I don't think they were going for like.
But was this
woman-
outside of her marriage?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
BDSM? Okay.
It was more about a power thing, right? At the end of the
Yeah,
day,
it is.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
but
so-
I
But
get
was she a submissive or a dominant?
submissive
submissive.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
because
to one
she
of her
was a
employees
To one of her employees.
because she had dominance over him.
Yes,
It was like-
that's you. Yeah,
Okay.
The power dynamic.
The power
that
dynamic.
I got it completely.
But what's the milk?
At one point, I don't know what happened,
Really?
but he decided to treat her like she was a cat.
No.
Oh, yeah, some
no,
of them
it
like
started
that.
at the bar.
dog. No.
She
When he
was at
sent
a
the milk
restaurant.
over,
Yeah.
it wasn't a
Yeah.
cat. He sent her over a
No,
glass.
but
of
then in the
milk.
hotel room,
Yeah, but that was after.
The hotel room,
Oh,
he
she
had
a
her
little
like
putty
walking
cat.
around. no?
rocking around, and
Yeah.
he gave her milk.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very cat-like.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the
No, it
milk
was
part
just
in the
about
hotel.
I'll tell you what to do and you listen to
Yeah,
me.
No,
that's
but I
it.
get that. But again, when you
was-
dominate somebody, I can understand. Now this is me.
It's like leashes
Now-
on men. You know those women.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
have the
but those
leashes
are
Yeah, yeah.
collars?
the dog-like behavior,
and women
Yes.
are referred to
Those
more
are
as cats.
cat-like.
I guess. But that's the thing. But the that scene, the way it was put together,
Okay.
I just find there was something missing.
It was very awkward.
Like she
But
didn't.
what do you think? What was missing?
Like
I feel like she
axiomatic?
had
Passion?
mental. Yeah,
But there's-
she had mental issues. I believe.
But that's the point. I think that's what they were
Well,
trying to get.
you-
Yes, I think they're trying to get across the fact that she definitely went through some shit when she was younger. In some case, right? Because
yeah,
that's
but they
why.
didn't develop that.
No,
That's
that's the
what I
one thing
mean.
I agree with
That's
you.
what I mean.
They should have expanded on that.
Because the way it came out was like that girl's looking for help.
But I feel like a lot of people in those cases,
Yeah.
are.
Look at Christian Grey.
Yeah, but that's different.
But you know
because
what I'm
he
sa-
even explained.
But you
why
understand what
he
I'm
was.
saying?
Yeah, no, I get what
Okay,
you're saying.
okay.
But the development of that trauma was never.
It wasn't.
portrayed.
I agree with that because
So-
remember, it was a little bit weird how she always used to go under the cover with her husband,
Yeah.
and then she's expressing herself while she's very childlike.
Yeah.
Is this
Right?
an indie film? Like, is it independent film? Like a small
No,
film?
no, I went to the movies. I went to the
Oh,
movies.
okay, so it's
Look, you'll find it.
One
You-
every 10 years, they come out with these type of movies.
Yeah.
There was Crash before. Eyes
But
Wide-
Crash was crazy though.
Yeah. Did you watch Crash?
Yeah.
Crush, I vaguely remember.
Oh,
Was that
yeah.
the one with like different?
No.
storylines?
The original is the one with the scars.
Yeah, because
Oh, I don't
The
know.
one that loved
That one
scars
was
on people,
fucked.
like, you know, when
Oh,
a
that
girl
I
didn't
have
have
no
a
idea.
leg,
No, I
and
have
he's
no
like
idea what
licking
you're
that leg, like
yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah, that one was who's the director again?
I don't know, but that came out in the late '90s.
Yeah.
and it did a lot of controversy. And then there was Eyes Wide Shut after that. Like
Which
every
Eyes Wide Shut wasn't like very,
yeah, but it's the way it's filmed. It's a Kubrick movie, right? Kubrick plays. He's the one who did Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork
right?
Orange, yep.
So he has this mind fuck of visualization where you're like, what the fuck is going on? And Nicole Kidman was super awkward in that movie, even though it was with her husband. So
Maybe that's
True
why.
that. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
awkward.
Maybe that's why.
they got divorced a couple of years after.
But you know
They were
what?
an awkward
It
couple.
kind of
Yeah.
ties in what you're talking about this movie about change.
Hmm?
It's like a person who's trying to adapt to being a normal person and burying
Hmm.
their past traumas. They have to have an outlet. And sometimes
I
people
agree.
find really fucked up ways
I agree.
to kind of have those outlets.
So what is normal?
But that's what I'm saying. Society will have this version of normal, right?
Because
There's
right
certain-
now it's being blown out of proportion.
it is, but there's still certain standards, right? There's still certain things that people will not accept fully.
True.
Like what?
Well,
Like what?
come on.
Wait.
Can
I
we
want
say
to know.
it? Could I say it?
Go ahead.
Like anything regarding children and adults?
'Cause it can
Oh,
go.
Because
okay.
they tried to normalize. Remember that little time where this guy was coming out about pedophilia?
Yeah.
Oh, it's what was he saying? It was they
Oh,
should be
the
accepted.
child-
Yeah,
the
because it's
child-
they were born. Yeah, they're attracted to
Child
children.
loving, or I
yeah,
can't
that's
remember.
it.
Yeah, so
Something like
you
that.
know, like they
But,
try
but
these
okay,
motherfuckers.
So,
Sorry.
so I'm
Yeah,
gonna play
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit devil's advocate on that front.
Oh, how?
Wait,
Yeah, I don't
relax.
even-
You saw me. I
I
grabbed
don't
my
even
ball
know
like I was gonna
how.
throw it at him. I'm like,
No, what I
there
mean by
milk
that. Now there's children and there's children, meaning that not even 100 years ago.
yes, I know.
They used to marry them.
Yeah, but there was still norms. The minute that she had her period, for example, right?
Yeah, womanhood,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro,
'Cause
that
I
thing where
think-
you guys told me about the Japanese dudes and
Oh, yeah,
that shit fucked me up.
Yeah, did you check it out?
No,
Did you Google- okay.
just
What?
hearing enough was like I didn't even like. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. But homosexual
Samurai, sorry, guys, I didn't mean Japanese
homosexual
dudes.
behavior has always been in society. It just became taboo the last 200-300 years ago. Not even.
You mean with
Greeks
Underage.
had no problem. Yeah, but the underage part is a mentorship part. So they're teaching you, well, for the samurais I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
but I think the difference is the
there's a
exploitation.
huge difference.
Right?
The exploitation meaning?
Like these are, I think anything, I know it sounds terrible to say, but anything at a certain point that is making some kind of profit using this kind of
But that's
becomes like,
But that's life.
no,
People
I know.
used to
It
marry
gets
out of
vilified.
benefits, out of interest. A family would give their daughter to a high rank.
Yeah,
somebody.
100%.
Like it was an exchange. That's why people were super happy to have daughters because it would make business.
But it was
deal.
an
Land and all
isolated
that.
thing, right? An
What do you mean
older
isolated?
man will marry a young
But a father
girl.
would be happy.
But this is we're talking about individuals that are accumulating like a lot of material, like sexual abuse material, right? Which is
Oh, you're talking about the
in
receipts
this
and yeah.
context, yeah.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a difference in that.
No, yes, but I think that's an evolution because it became taboo.
Is it an evolution?
No, but what I mean is everything that is okay. So let me put it this way. So in the 80s, the big golden age of porn,
Right.
porn was still seen badly,
Yes.
right? Even when you look at Boogie Night, for example, that whole culture was like, oh, those guys are hippies. Those
What was
guys are
that place
crazy.
called?
I don't think it's seen
50
positively yet.
Studio 51. Yes,
I don't think
thank
it's
you.
seen positively.
54?
But
54,
now
you're
today,
right.
it's becoming more and more normalized. That's what I mean by
What's
that.
that? Sorry, what's the
Porn.
Oh
and-
yeah, porn is not even a bad thing anymore.
Before, because prostitution always existed.
Yes.
But they decided not to talk about it, right? There were whorehouses everywhere way back when. And we're talking about, in the 1500s, 1400s, and even prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
But people like women specifically were like, I don't care what my man does because there was no diseases
they
then.
just turned
right?
their
There was only
head.
bastard kids. Those were
No,
the
there
results.
was. There was.
But not that many.
Syphilis. People, you know how many people died
yeah.
of
But meaning I'm
diseases
talking
that-
more STDs type of thing, right?
That's like the worst type to
I
get.
guess. I don't know how many people died out of syphilis.
Oh,
through
you would
sex.
never know because it would come off as dementia, would come off as
But is it a sexually
our-
transmitted disease?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Again.
And then it can turn into
It can
dementia.
affect your brain. It can affect
And now it
your
doesn't anymore?
Of course it does, but there's treatment. If you find
'cause
treatment,
I've never heard about this.
Because some people, the problem is it's slow and it comes off as different symptoms. Like you could have flare-ups of arthritis. You could
Maybe that's what I
have
have.
dementia or all.
I have flare-ups. I'm just saying.
Not the same.
Do I have to go
Go to the
tested?
doctor.
But it
Do
goes
they test it when they do
undetected.
the STD test?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a
sounds good.
standard one, especially it's a standard one.
Sound very good.
Yeah. No. You wouldn't go unnoticed if you do blood tests regularly. No. If you get
Exactly.
checked, so you should be fine. Yeah, a lot of people die like
Please
that.
contact me for more information.
Al Capone,
Al Capone.
syphilis,
Yes, that is true. But I didn't know it was...
dementia induced. It was like his syphilis created dementia, which therefore caused him to just break apart and just.
So I'll take that information and say that they didn't know that then.
No, they didn't.
Okay, so
Well, yes and no.
the only big obstacles then was like, is he going to have a bastard child, right or
not.
left? That was
That
pretty
was
much-
more societal.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean.
But
But
brothels
everything is
and all
based on
them,
society.
it was more about
because
the
until
diseases.
recently, there's certain places in the world they still marry young,
100%.
like in India or the Middle East.
Yeah.
A 14, 13-year-old, an 8-year-old girl could be promised. She won't be consumed, but an 8-year-old girl could
Consumed.
be. Yeah, that's
That's
how they
a
call it.
wild-
Imagine consumed.
She
It's a
couldn't be.
wild
She couldn't
statement.
be already promised to somebody, to Ty's family. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying
I
these
mean,
are culturally
wrong.
accepted. Well, it's wrong, yes, but we wouldn't be here today if that did not exist then. If I just take my grandparents, that's 2 generations, right? My parents, my grandparents. My grandfather got married at 16. My grandmother was 12. He died at 26 with 4 kids.
26.
26 during the
You
war.
mind me asking? Like, oh, okay,
War.
okay.
Okay.
4 kids. He married at 16. She was 14 or 12, around
No,
those
10
names.
years, yeah.
Nobody is shocked by this.
No.
Right?
Like, I understand cultural versus, but
That's
I'm
what I
still
mean.
saying at the same time, even though cultural is a thing, I still think it's wrong because of how, how you like.
But
let's
it's
say,
not the same reality
growing
either. They
up,
were a lot more
exactly.
mature
That's what
then.
I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Growing up
Yeah,
in this
because it
day and age
became
and how I grew
malignant.
up. Sorry?
You know, it just became malignant at a certain point. They started realizing that some of these people were abusing them and doing things, you know what I mean? Like selling them off to other men, stuff like that.
But
Like,
that had nothing to do with their age, though. They were doing that to women, period. So that's bad for women.
I mean,
That,
that
was, that
happens.
was a power thing.
That's what I'm saying.
that's-
It had nothing to do with the child thing. It had
That's
to do
it's
still-
all
that's
about the
still
power.
happening.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
All about the power.
Meaning that even if she's an adult and she's very self-aware, him abusing her does not change.
No, but it's always going to be about the power, and like rape is about power.
100%.
Power is
Money.
about
yeah, money, power, whatever,
So
reputation.
the point you were trying to make with that,
I don't remember.
Me neither.
we were-
Neither do I.
We're, no, because you were saying that it's very normalized, right? And then I told you the difference.
Yeah,
between,
because the hypersexualization now, right? This whole BDSM thing
desensitized, yeah.
and everything. Now it's becoming more. Now I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Live and let live. But
Okay.
now it's becoming more and more common. This polyamory, these
Yep.
BDSM, these swinger lifestyle. People are becoming more and more selfish in the sense that they're more focused on their needs, what makes them pleasure.
individualism.
This is true.
And I'm the first
Yeah,
one to say it.
100%.
I'm guilty as fuck.
Yeah.
Me, the minute that I start thinking that my kids now are okay, I gave all my energy for 40 plus years now.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm thinking about what are my fantasies, what are my desires, what is going to tickle me in a way that I'll make my life. Like
Feel
I worked
alive.
most of my life, I went to school, I did everything by the book. Now I don't need to market this as, everybody or this and that. It's between 4 walls.
Right.
But I just came to the realization, talking to a lot of women, I was shocked by the amount of women that pegged men, for example.
Oh,
in
yeah, I
today.
remember you mentioned
No.
this.
The numbers quadrupled the last month.
Really?
Oh, it's crazy. But what I noticed changed even more is women are not even judging them anymore. Before, women were like, I have difficulty taking him
Because
seriously.
I think, again, if it's mainstream, right? That's the norm, right? So
Is
if it's,
it?
Yeah, well, it is. If it's mainstream, society has made it
How,
very...
when you say mainstream for this, especially, like how in what sense? do you mean?
like he was saying, like we've become desensitized, and I think sometimes it's like, are we
Oh, okay.
desensitized or are
That's
we
what you mean.
forcing ourselves to adapt?
Yeah, but where do they see this to make it normal? You know what I mean?
Maybe the
it's
fact
not-
that there's so many different, because everywhere there's a different group, right? And a different forum and different ways to be introduced.
I
to
have a
certain
theory
things.
behind it, though. I have a tiny
Oh, I am
little theory.
curious.
I honestly believe is about power.
But it
And
is.
Women
But it's
want to
but
be
it is.
dominant in the bed.
Because apparently, from
And
what
men
I
are liking
understood,
it.
the men who want to be the men who enjoy that,
Yes.
right?
The pegging.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
enjoy the pegging or whatever. They a lot of times, from what I understood, were like guys who were like CEOs and all these, like high, like whatever, like
People
place.
who know power.
You
You
know,
know,
and-
know what it's like
not
on the
anymore.
other
Like-
side.
Not anymore.
Oh, like
These people that are okay. So the CEOs, what I heard a lot is the cock holding and the whole.
yes.
thing.
All
Then they
that-
like to
I kind of
watch.
put all that in the same boat.
It's not.
I still have to put it in the same boat.
You're allowed,
On
but
the same
it's
canoe.
not. So I
yeah,
realized.
same canoe, not
a-
same destination, but
So there's a lot of those that like to get pegged from different nationalities, a lot of ages difference, and I found out a couple of Africans.
no.
Yo, you see? And what I realized
Get on the
was
canoe.
I'm a swim girl. I'm be by myself.
But the thing is, I have no problem with that. But I was really surprised because the thing is, from what I understood, men love it because they have their G spot.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I know.
And if
Yes,
you're comfortable
yes.
in your sexuality and you're willing to explore, by all means, do you.
Yeah, do your thing. I'm
Right?
not judging.
Because if we actually think about it, let's be very honest between me and you. Most of us that say no, I would never do it. It's not for the pleasure part. It's afraid of that you would enjoy it.
Yep.
And then you'd start asking yourself, what's next?
Exactly.
Hey, man.
No, but what's
or,
next?
Or asking yourself, do I like?
But I don't think that one has to do with the
I
other.
don't
They
think so.
explained
That's
that
what I'm
to
gonna
me.
say.
There's a lot of street men that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Most of them are straight.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gonna
exactly.
say.
They're not
I don't
attracted to
think,
men.
I don't think they're gonna think, that.
But I feel like the
for me
gays-
personally, they'll just be like, yo, that shit would hurt.
But
so
I feel
no,
like-
thank you. That's it. For me,
Seriously.
simple.
I feel like the gays were like, yo, guys, you guys are missing out. You're not attracted to men, but that's a fun place. And
But-
then people are like, oh, let me
but
try. And they're like, oh.
The thing is, yeah, we are like, if you know like the anatomy and sexuality and everything,
The theory.
every man knows that. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
But it's the theory. And we're still old school in
It's
the
a theory.
sense
I'm real old school,
that
bro.
if I'm here, doggy
Let
style,
it be a theory. Let it stay a theory.
I'm like, no, I'm not that curious.
Yeah.
I'm not that
I'm
curious.
good.
But some people are. Because
But-
I think there's
why-
less and less
yeah.
taboo.
So,
things,
you know
right?
Patrick Roy's son, Jonathan Roy, he's
yeah,
an artist.
Yeah.
He,
no, I don't know.
Yeah. This guy, very manly, good-looking guy, and
Okay.
everything. This guy's been going on podcasts, talking on how he's been fluent.
Oh, fluid.
Yes,
Fluid.
because
Like sexually fluid.
Yeah. Because he was like, oh, I was at these parties, I'm a rock star, drugs, and this, and that. All of a sudden, a guy was sucking my dick, and I enjoyed it. And I was like, but the way he talks about it, I was like, holy shit. Like, you're just saying that way. And it's normalized now. It's okay. And some people are like,
And his
bravo,
dad
you
was
tried.
the scariest motherfucker out there.
Yeah, his father was very.
Yeah, yeah. I
Maybe
know.
they try to normalize it to make themselves feel better.
No, but
That's- I think
normalized for
so.
him.
No, I think that's that.
But it's okay.
Yes and no.
Why?
Because I think there was a time when there was so much that was taboo, right? So we had a very small threshold of what we could do good, right? And there were so many bad things around us. So it kind of, there was a little bit of that hype. Now, most of the taboo things are not taboo anymore. So it's like people are looking for even harder things, like even more taboo, like next level.
Oh, yeah.
As if it's a thrill for some people.
But it is a thrill.
But it is.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the whole
But yeah,
point.
but that's literally that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or else we would all have missionary sex.
But
Yeah.
that's where you
I mean,
had brought up.
all?
No, but meaning that if it's only about not experiencing the best sex,
Be like, get up on that chandelier, girl. You know what's about to happen.
How
Turn
is
it.
that working?
Hey, hey.
I'm just that song from Sia.
No, it's stuck in my head. Gonna swing.
I'm a chandelier.
No, because-
they have swings for that though.
Yeah, I
they
know
do.
that too.
They
They
do have
definitely
the
do.
swings, yeah.
Everything.
but meaning that I have no problem with the curiosity part or the evolution.
I
of,
have a problem.
Oh, shit.
Why?
Tell me more.
Why?
Go on, lawyer.
I mean, but to each their own, right? So
Yes,
if you're
but at a
into it-
certain point,
What's wrong with
I feel
curiosity?
like there's
What's
a
the
line
limit?
that can be crossed.
What is the line?
When it becomes
Oh.
harmful
Harmful how?
to themselves, to others.
But maybe they
Some-
like it.
I'm
or
not
just
just
to
talking
like
themselves.
that.
Yes, but
Some people
sometimes
like
it could be
pain.
even
That's it.
more. You know what I mean? It could go over.
But
that
how, what's over?
threshold.
What is your line?
What do you mean? Like some
What
of
is-
these people, they exhibit these patterns.
Sociopathic.
These people.
These
Soci-
people. Well,
Those
because
people.
it's not the whole world, right? The specific people.
I believe the majority
personality-
does
No,
have the ambitions, but
Yeah.
don't have the
Are
courage
scared.
to do it.
Exactly.
no, because there's a pattern, and certain people at a certain pattern, it gets to be very excessive. Like we're talking torture, murder, all of these other things.
Whoa. I don't think one thing has
that's
to
a
do with
minority.
another.
No, but
But
that's
I'm
like the
still
tiny,
saying-
tiny.
Yeah,
I don't know a lot of
I'm
people like,
still saying
I
you're
want to kill her
feeding-
and fuck her. That's not.
You're
You
still
know?
feeding the
Like I like
monster.
being choked. Oh, I'm gonna fucking hang myself.
No,
You
You're
know?
still feeding the
Hey.
monster.
Wait. No.
Yes, yes.
I
If you're
don't
dead,
agree. I
there's
don't
no
agree.
pleasure to be given.
No,
No, I
not
don't agree.
them.
So
They're
now-
doing it onto others.
Hey, hold on.
You get what I'm saying?
Look at me. I'm the captain of this ship now.
Of the
All right.
canoe?
The canoe.
I have no desire to be on your one-person canoe.
Here's the thing. Because what you're doing is you're literally saying that exploring certain things will lead to
Death.
you know what I mean? Like
That's not
you
what I'm
you
saying.
went the extreme.
That's not what
but
I'm
you
saying.
pretty much did.
I'm talking strictly taboo situation. So taboo.
That's what I'm talking about.
The
No, on the
level
sexual
of taboo
front we're talking
was
about here,
like,
right?
sorry,
Yes.
say
On the
again?
sexual front here.
Yes, that's what we're talking
Because
about.
it's like drugs. You could take some drugs. You don't need to overdose.
yeah, you smoke weed doesn't mean you're gonna go to heroin.
A lot of crimes involve sex acts and stuff like that.
A lot of wait, where?
But what are you doing here?
Wait. A lot of
What are you
crimes.
doing?
She said a lot of crimes are related to sex. Not at all.
What are you
No,
talking
hold
about?
on. No.
Most
don't-
crimes are.
It's a power
Sin,
thing.
stop for a second. I know what she's trying to do. What you're
am
trying
I
to do is
doing?
not working.
What am I
What are
trying
you
to
talking about? A lot of crimes.
Starting with sex.
You know what I mean?
If I rob a bank, it has nothing to do with sexual.
I'm about to rob that pussy.
I'm broke. That's what I'm doing crime for.
All I'm saying is
No.
it's like if we continue to normalize all of these quote unquote taboo things, okay? Because
But what are
I'm
these
with
taboo
you. I'm
things?
with you.
But it keeps changing.
To a
No,
point.
This is
okay,
what
but
I'm
for
saying.
you, because before,
the bar gets lifted.
so we went from missionary to doggy style to cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, right? So these are the
to the
evolution.
swing, to the chandelier.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you better not
Over the bridge.
Oh no, because
Okay.
if you put handcuffs on a girl, you're most likely liable to kidnap her, to become a kidnapper, right? That's what it sounds
If
like.
you do it in the car, it might be a
not at
van.
all.
Just,
You know what I mean? Like
not
that's
at
literally
all.
what it sounded
That
like.
is not what I'm talking about.
so what is
Please
it?
explain
I'm
it.
talking about psychology wise. If we're continuously,
Yes.
like society is normalizing more and
Yes.
more and more, what will be the limit? You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I understand what you're
Eventually,
saying
a
to a
line will
point.
be
individuals
crossed.
to
No,
Was
but the
that-
limit.
hold on,
but
hold
wait,
on, hold
wait,
on,
wait,
I don't
guys,
think
guys.
so.
wait. It's like you saying, and this is going to be
No, I
super
just wanted
simple.
one thing because she was saying something, and I don't think she got her word in at all. What did you just say?
no. I just think that's for the individual to decide that.
Yes.
It's not really society, and I think it's a very tiny.
Again, I just feel we're still susceptible. So, not all, but a
You're-
lot of people.
you're
It's
not-
like that curiosity, right? Like you know, the next thing, the next
But you
thing,
know
the
your
next thing.
limits.
I do.
So
Yeah.
why can't
But
someone
I
else
I
do
think
it?
a lot of people
But
do.
I have like my. I'm not saying I have my.
Are you saying because you
conservative-
want to explore some freaky shit?
No.
Are you like, I don't know, you don't know how to do it?
No, but I am human, so I do battle my demons, right? Like
Why
What
are
are
the
you?
demons?
What are you, demons?
what-
You want to kill somebody and fuck him?
Whoa! The way
That's literally what you just said 10 minutes ago.
No, it's my concern that there are certain people.
Sorry.
The one now?
There are certain people that
No, but I'm talking about
will-
you people.
my people.
You.
What do you mean, you people?
I'm talking about you.
You
You saying you're fighting your demons. What are you
I
demons?
really
We
wanna know.
all do.
No, but what
No,
are you
what's the
demons
demons?
I'm
telling
just
you?
saying some of us are not as equipped.
But what do you want to do then? You want to
A universal law?
like baby those people? You know what I'm saying?
it's
What
not,
is
It's
it?
not a question. I just need when do we stop normalizing?
as long
so
as your
much.
security is not in question. So what I mean by that.
But we
You know-
we're in a world that there's so much doubt.
Wait. So now it's this new trend on OnlyFans and shit where they're shoving shit up their asses.
How do you know?
And
That's a new trend.
well,
There's a lot of people shoving things up their ass.
no, but there's a lot
This is
of
true.
but
This
there's-
is back in the Richard Gere days.
yes, but now it's like more and more
You should see
dangerous.
ERs.
You're hearing a lot of stories at the hospital.
But I feel like we've been
Well,
hearing
this
stories.
has been forever.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are always shoving
yeah, but
things
now
up
it's
their
more
ass.
and more.
No, I
Just
feel like,
because of social media.
Why
and
do
it's
you
just
think?
everything's out
But that's
there.
what I'm saying.
But then that's
It
exactly
doesn't-
proving my
all these
point.
things
but it's
have been
not proving your
happening.
point.
But it is.
It's not.
Wait,
But it is
It's
because
not.
when people normalize, it makes themselves feel better.
It's
Hence,
not
they're not
proving your
fighting their
point.
demons anymore.
Because idiocracy is idiocracy.
Thank you.
yeah.
What I was trying to prove by that example, meaning that as long as your health is not threatened,
Mm-hmm.
you getting banged by two guys, or you getting fucked on a swing, or you,
Handcuffs.
I don't care, handcuffs,
Yeah.
does not put your life in danger.
You can tell I have a thing for handcuffs.
Yeah, clearly. You going to a swingers club does not make your life in danger.
That's not what I'm saying.
You being double penetrated
But that's not,
does not
that
make
is
your
not
life in
what
danger.
I'm saying. Again, that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on a level, psychologically.
You keep on saying
You keep saying that,
psychologically.
though.
But it is
It's
because
a nice
we
word.
don't realize it. Like you said, we've reached a point where many things are normalized. That
No,
back,
many
back,
things are accessible. So
Yeah,
what I mean
I
by,
agree.
So
Yeah.
wait, let me just finish. Before, all these fantasies have always been here.
Yep.
Only rich people could
Yes.
do them.
And
But
they're
now
not
it's- there's more
normalized
comfort.
yet.
Now they're not normalized. They're just accessible. There's
That's why I
groups.
said before,
You
there
can
are
find
forums.
You can find people
Yeah.
that are like you.
Like
Before,
forums.
only rich people
Yeah.
could afford them, or people in power.
right? And
Right?
you're not
'Cause
going
they
to say
can
that,
have
that
these
doesn't
secret
cause problems.
societies.
But Sedalia,
Pardon?
it's not normalized.
But it is in a sense weird because to
It's
them,
not.
they're like,
If it were
oh,
normalized,
it's
it'd
okay
be-
because there's a bunch of other people
But it-
that are looking at sexual abuse
But
material.
what's wrong with
Sexual
if they
abuse
It's pedo-
material.
No,
like
I think you're
pedophiles.
okay.
No, but pedophiles is wrong, is
that's
wrong.
one. That's wrong. Is wrong. But I'm sorry.
Killing people is wrong.
But
Pedophiles are
you know,
wrong.
some people,
But
if they
that
have whatever
little
kinks,
group wants to normalize that shit.
But a gangbang is not wrong in the sense that nobody's in danger.
whatever kink you have.
Wait, why were you looking at me like that?
They're not in danger of a gangbang? What?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, it's not
are they
dangerous to
dangerous?
be banged by a bunch of people?
Meaning,
In what
if
sense?
she chooses to be,
If she
Yeah,
chooses,
or
that's
he,
one
or
thing.
whatever.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the
not-
most
but-
important thing.
Okay,
Everything
let's-
here has to
we're
do
talking about
with
consent
acceptance.
at the
Okay,
end of the day.
consensual.
See, Sedalia, this is what I feel like you're missing, and you're purposely leaving out. Is
The
like
consensual.
the consent part.
Yeah.
But
These
that's
are
the sexual
adults. If
aspect.
someone goes to a fucking forum where it's about this only, it's not normalized. It means that they found their niche and their people. Normalization would be if it was available
To everybody.
amongst the
You didn't
popular
need,
space.
You didn't need to find it. You didn't need to look for
exactly.
it. You just had
That's
to.
why I don't necessarily agree with your
Like it would be
stance.
written in the club. These are for people that act like dogs. I don't know what they're called.
What
Or-
furries?
furries. Or then there's gonna be this is a BDSM
Yeah.
level extension dungeon. That's not what's written. You have to find
No.
this community and their quality.
And these people
what-
have guidelines and rules
rules
and all
and
these things.
Everybody's
Yeah.
discreet.
Exactly.
This is not something for everybody. Everybody knows everybody's fucking. Now, how you do your fucking is very private, and in these societies, it still remains private.
And I don't think it's a gateway to anything. I think if someone was going to do something criminal, they're going to do it. They're not going to do it because
I don't see the criminal in sex.
no,
And the
I
But
design-
it wasn't-
I'm
it's
talking.
just
I'm
that
talking about
is-
people that actually
yeah,
are going to do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
going to do it regardless. It's not that they got
Yeah, yeah.
introduced to it because they went to a swingers club or they got introduced to
got triggered.
BDSM.
oh, I saw a
sorry.
gangbang. Now I wanna.
I don't
now
know.
I gotta go. No, because
There's a lot of fucked up shit out there.
yeah,
There
but
is.
not a lot. Of
But there's a lot of
shit is
fucked up shit
attributed-
from virgins too,
There's
because
a lot of
they're
fucked up
angry.
everywhere. There's a lot of
Cut
fucked up
my
shit.
life into pieces. This is my last resort. This is
Oh, wow.
that's Sedalia right now, man.
No, but meaning that
Suffocation.
there's a lot of people that didn't have
Very
enough
naive.
attention, and then all of a sudden decided to kill everybody. So it's reverse sexual.
Because
Are you
I
gonna-
agree.
are you
You're
gonna
just
make them?
fixated on the sexual part, but
Because
But
I agree with you when
it's-
you're talking about normalization of certain things.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. But once again, we have to be specific in what we're saying because you can't just, not everything gets looped in because it pushes your boundaries or someone else's boundaries means
No,
that
I
it's
get what you're saying.
normalization. You know what I'm saying? It's just what's, some people got their thing.
Oh, I'm not judging, but like each their own, right?
That's
it's
it.
like fashion. It's like I was gonna give an example as restaurants. We have so many choices of restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
right? It doesn't mean necessarily you're gonna start burning them because there's so many
no,
of
you're
them.
taking it to another level.
But you
No, but that's what
literally
you
took
did.
it.
That's not
what
You
I
talked
did.
about death
Yeah.
when we were talking about sex.
And
Yeah.
criminality.
yeah,
I said that there was a lot of sexual things that happened that also is with death.
But not
But
because,
not a lot.
But
There
not
are
because
certain-
I never said there was a lot. I said it could lead to it. There's a lot of those crimes.
But anything
the
could lead to it.
crimes,
You
just said a
there's
lot
many
again.
that are sexual.
bullying could lead to that.
Yeah.
Poverty could lead to that. Religion could lead to
Yeah.
that. Your political choice could lead to
I know,
anything.
but we were talking. I know, but we were just talking about that, right?
but you
we were
can't-
talking sexual
No.
things. Blah,
You
blah,
can't
blah.
take
I'm just.
some-
all I was saying is when do we, put a line and say, okay,
so
like
in your
enough.
happy la la
we need our
land,
knock
what would be the
comment.
limit?
Say that
So
again.
with your boundaries, with no judgment, of course, What would be, if you would create a society where you say there should be limits, what would be those rules, laws, and limits?
Because they exist within these subcultures.
But there's
Just
a lot
saying.
of countries that have rules, right?
Yeah.
There's certain countries in the world where you can't be gay, you can't be, with multiple people, you can't cheat on your husband or your wife,
By
blah,
law?
blah, blah, blah.
By
Yeah,
law. By law.
Algeria, for example.
Penalty of
you can-
death
yeah.
for some places.
Jail, death, chop, so many things.
Is that extreme?
Chop chop.
Is that extreme? If there's adultery,
For adultery. So now that's
should
reverse.
they die?
That's reverse.
Should they die?
The death
No,
penalty.
because people make mistakes.
Yeah,
and
because
Oh.
it's
that
biblically
front.
or religiously forbidden. It's a sin.
Yeah.
It's one of the 10 commandments. You shall not commit adultery.
Unless you follow Biggie's 10 crack
Yeah,
commandments, it's
that's the
different.
crack commandments. That's what I mean. So now my question is to you. Okay, fair enough. You said it could go to extremes. Where would you in this society of yours?
What would the line be?
That's a good question.
I'm looking for a good answer.
I don't think I have one at this time.
Oh no,
But you know the limits.
this girl's fighting
but
hard though.
just start,
Ha 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 ha! Get on that canoe.
Yeah, I would.
do you actually think
and I
society
will roll as far as I can away from your island.
I like my island,
Yes, stay there.
but I'm trying to formulate. All I want is for a world where everything, like I said, like that, it gets normalized, right? Things are
Vanilla.
I see, not vanilla. It's not a question of vanilla. It's just there's certain parts that it's like we cannot voice certain things.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
On
So
the-
you're a dictator. Okay, got it.
I am.
Okay, but
So
what
you
would you do?
you would like a society where there's those boundaries.
Everybody needs to be the same.
Certain
Conformity.
laws.
It's like the original term fuck, right? It's
Fornication under consent of king.
So,
or it would
queen.
be fuck. It's still fuck, but fornication under consent of Sedalia. No,
Oh, yeah.
it's still fuck. Don't worry.
No, because it's a little bit too authoritarian.
Oh, that's authoritative.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, no, I won't shut up. That's you trying to be authoritative again. But please
So
continue.
how would you plan this?
I just don't like that there's certain things that are kind of dampered down.
Like what?
That's all I was trying to hear.
That's all.
Yeah, but what is it?
No,
It's like-
what?
There's
No.
an echo.
No, it's
I
okay.
say what? He says
No,
what?
it's okay.
No,
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 it's
please.
No,
true.
it's okay. No.
Now you
Why
got
is
her
it no?
mad. Now you got her mad.
If she's getting mad, she can't
No,
express
I'm not
herself.
getting mad.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. No, I'm not getting mad. It's
But I'm
just
curious. I
No,
want to know.
Literally.
no.
Literally.
Would you have a society? Okay, what would be your limits in your society?
Me,
For an
did I
example.
say I was going to have limits?
No,
I
you
feel
would.
like Jason would
Pedophilia
have.
for sure. Death for sure. Let's start with the basics.
Yeah, no violence unless somebody asks for it.
Oh yeah. Even
Permission. My island is all about
so if they
consent.
permit yourself to cut off a limb, you would. That
Go
would be
for
okay.
it. You want to be limbless?
no, you
be
see,
limbless.
that-
yeah, I'm fucked up. I
No,
know.
yeah, sure. No, that,
But you know
see,
what? At the end of the day, it's your consent. It's what you choose for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not here to govern
So
your
how
life.
do you determine if somebody has mental
Psychological
illness?
issues.
Yeah, and he's
well,
not
all
responsible.
of these things now at that point when you're going through your screening of your island, you know what I mean?
No, but if
Or
somebody says cut
my
off my
island of
leg, it
relativity.
excites me, and you're gonna be like, all right, just
Yeah.
sign here.
Because there are people who are into folks who are missing limbs.
Yeah, but that's not
all
the
these
same.
different
There's
things.
a big difference between enjoying scars and
Like a
limbless.
fetish?
There's
A fetish. There is.
For
there
me,
is.
for me, there isn't
But
really a difference.
removing it you purposely,
Hey.
it's like those people that believed they identified as handicap and they decided to blind themselves
yeah,
or cut
Yeah,
off.
I
their-
saw
yeah.
that
But you
shit.
see what I'm saying? But it's consent.
But it's consent.
But it's not.
But it's your choice. You're the fucking idiot, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that
that's-
doesn't.
No, what
that
I'm
doesn't-
trying to
people
what,
should
but
not
you,
be
you,
roaming
but
the
remember,
streets.
you asked me a question.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And
I
I'm
get it.
giving you an answer.
But I'm
my
giving you-
answer, and then you threw out.
I'm giving you ideas where maybe you didn't think about it. That's why.
Oh, I don't.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
yeah.
so-
You asked what I would base
Okay, fair
myself
enough.
on. So what I'm basing it on is around consent and understanding. That's it. That's what I'm basing myself on. Now, whatever happens can happen on there. Because you don't think if you go on an island that's fully of strict rules that there isn't going to be rebellion, that there won't be at some point because people are feeling stifled. You know what I mean? That won't lead to aggression. That won't
But I don't
lead
think it's
to
in
anything.
humans'
things?
nature to want to harm yourself permanently. That's what I mean.
No, I agree with that.
Okay, no, but consent or not consent, if
But
you start
my
wanting
point,
to
my
remove,
point is, what I'm saying is, when you put restriction on people, right?
yeah,
What happens? People push. They push beyond.
but that's
they push
okay.
beyond the
That's
period.
society. There's
Yes,
no open.
but they push in bad ways. They rebel.
ends
It's
up worse
negative.
than-
Exactly. That's all I'm
and then
trying
you
to say.
evolve as a society. Keep in mind. So again,
Yeah.
through humanity's history, there was good pushes and bad ones.
Yes.
right? And that's how you adapt because it's survival of the fittest. At the end, it's not survival of the fittest. Actually, it's the survival of the most safest one at the end of the day. Because if everybody starts cutting, and it's because there is a community in
But
Asia.
I know cutters.
I know the community for men to marry a woman, he has to cut off his hands, and it's the highest form. Did you send me that?
No.
But I'll send it to you. I have the article. So there's this tribe or this village in Asia. I don't know if it's Korea, China, Japan, but around those. And the ultimate sign of love when you get married is to cut off your arm.
And they
your
choose
hands.
to.
And then they
And
can't
they
do
choose to,
anything.
yes.
You could also choose not to.
And then they don't get married.
And
Those
then
are the
that's
They
fine.
conditions.
can't,
Yeah,
they can't get married.
yeah, they can't get married.
Wow.
Those are the conditions to get married.
And they
because-
choose to get married.
They
and cut
choose
off
to
their
get
hands.
married though.
But then they can't do anything.
No,
know,
the
for
woman,
the girl.
the woman takes care of them in that sense.
Ugh.
I'll send you I'll find you
Look,
the article.
to each his own at
Again,
that
each
point,
their
once
own.
again.
But I'm saying that type of
Devotion, love.
is very hurtful for the evolution and
Absolutely.
the progress of that tribe and
I
society.
agree.
It's not going to help
But
you.
according to them, it's not, right? I wonder how long they've existed and how long this has been implemented.
I have no idea. But you see, they can't pleasure themselves and they can't whatever. Anyway,
Sure.
well, like they have a mouth and a dick.
Well,
so-
yeah, but
and feet.
But you're
So,
telling
yeah,
me, and let's be honest,
yes,
right?
always.
That the men that are running around who chose not to cut off, their arms, you don't think they're getting a little love on the side, anyways?
Again, I don't know.
Pretty-
I just saw the video.
I'm just
of the
saying between me and you,
And then the
those guys
wives-
are probably getting more action because the wife is probably cheating on the husband who cut his arm off. He can't do what you're doing with your fingers. Yeah, I know because I got 10.
I didn't read why, like what's exactly behind it all, but I just knew that it was the highest form of
Yeah, I can
love
understand
and
that.
devotion to that woman. Sacrifice,
Of
exactly. is the
course.
word. Now, do I? No.
I think it's a
but-
bit manipulative.
Yes,
but hey,
exactly. Very toxic.
yeah, but who made this law?
It's not
Probably
a
man.
law
Well,
it's a tradition.
because they
You
can
said-
leave the village. They can leave that village.
That's what I'm saying. I'm out.
so with
It's not North Korea, that's for sure. I
so
can
it's
tell
like
you
a
that.
cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing. But it happens in Eastern Africa where
Yeah.
certain tribes cut off the woman's clit.
yeah, because
Right.
they don't want her
Oh, they
to
don't
enjoy.
cut it off. They
Huh?
use rocks.
Yeah, mutilation.
Yeah, mutilate.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. Some
But-
people tie them for them to
And it's
keep their-
disgusting because they don't think the woman should be having pleasure.
No, but that's my point. You see,
This
now,
is where it goes back to control.
Yeah, but this is where it goes too far.
But that's what I was saying in
But
when we keep pushing
but I'm
that
giving you-
envelope,
so
right?
out of 8.7 billion people on this planet, that is a big max of 0.03% of the population.
Right.
So I'm not going to base my rules and my general consensus
Correct.
in the world on 0.05% of the population.
No, but it's not impossible. You know what I mean? Where your
anything
safety is
not
threatened in certain
impossible.
limits.
There's fucking sick fucks everywhere,
Yeah.
and there's
Yes.
overly virgins everywhere.
That are sick
So-
fucks.
Yeah, there's everything
Yeah,
you
there
want.
is.
Some people are
Overly-
making
yeah,
love to
there
fucking
is.
cars and chandeliers.
If you're
Hold on.
100.
We have a
I'm
question
just-
over here.
All I'm saying is like what is the limit? When do we put a limit? When do we
But the limit
but the
are
limit is
personal.
yours. It's on
That's
you.
where I agree with Tania
That's on
here.
you.
Yeah, but can you ensure that majority of people will do the same?
But that's
Yeah.
their
But that's not up to
problem.
you.
But that's
Yeah.
but that's
But if it's a
society.
mainstream
But that's
thing, if
society.
it becomes
You drive,
normalized,
right?
if it becomes
Do
the
you
law,
drive?
yes.
Okay, so that means by definition you trust other people driving next to you.
No, absolutely
to
not.
drive correctly.
No,
for sure.
No, I have to be. You watch everybody, right? You don't trust. You have to look out for
You
everybody.
take the plane, right?
Yes.
Okay, you trust that pilot to take you from point A to point B.
I hope
Do you
to
know his
God.
last name? Do you know
No,
his
I do
credentials?
not.
You trust.
Well, I
you
trust
know.
that the airline did a
You
good
know,
job.
they
in
You
did
screening.
trust other people.
Their due diligence.
So you're trusting that society didn't leave psychopaths running the streets.
Yep.
At the end of the day, for a healthy society, there has to be a certain level of trust that you don't need to vent every time. Because that would just be crazy. If you go and see a doctor and you're like, oh, listen, I need to see your diplomas. I need to see the last reports that you've done. What is your credentials? What is this? You're never going to end.
No, it,
You
it will
believe
never
society
end.
that the school system that gave them that diploma was good enough to trust them with a scalpel or do your operation and whatever. Everything's based on trust. You meet somebody. I'm not saying that everybody you're going to meet is going to be trustworthy. You find psychopaths. But how many psychopaths versus good people or non-eventful people have you met in life? And that is proof of the society we live in, a healthy society. Yes, there's bad seeds in everything. Even the most amazing tree will give you a couple of bad apples. Will you chop off that tree because of that?
Because you're eliminating the potential of the good.
No, it's a good point.
That's what I mean. So at the end, sexually or whatever, You're trusting a bank, right? You don't see your money anymore, that they're going to give you back your money when you're going to require it. You realize
Until
how fucked
you
up
hear
that
when
is.
they have
for
lockouts.
sure.
Yeah,
And then they're like,
exactly.
no, you're
So
not getting your money
we're
back.
all based in the society in Canada today that we trust. Sometimes that trust is betrayed. COVID was a perfect example. And then somebody changed and we're like, we promise we won't fuck up again. And we're back to the trust level again. And then there's going to be another fuck up that happens. But if they fuck up once, doesn't mean that all of them are fuck ups, that I should not trust the government and everybody should die. That's the thing. So at the end of the day, you meet a guy, the guy was abusive to you. That means all men are abusive?
No, I get what you're saying with the comparison. I
So
do.
when it comes to sex, regardless of what you like, it's like spices.
But
You-
it's not solely about sex. Again, I think we're fixated on that.
No, because you
We're
said
fixated on
sex
because
could
that's
go
what was
towards
mentioned.
death.
It
That's what
stemmed
shocked
from
me.
there.
Yeah, but because sex is something that is important in the society.
100%.
Because for you to reproduce and to
100%.
have a healthy, you have to bang.
Right.
And for you to bang and pick your perfect mate in any way or form,
Right.
as a society to survive long term, you look at those. There's communities until this day. The guy's super healthy and everything. Everybody's throwing the women towards them
Yeah.
to have kids with those genes to have a better chance of survival. Now, is that psychopathic? For them, not at all. Survival of the tribe. For us, where we have applications where we can swipe right and left, it just becomes ridiculous. But let's be honest about
But it's
one
survival.
thing. Survival.
It's its own form.
How many times that when you were on dating apps, did you check somebody's health background?
Health background?
That's something very common nowadays on dating.
How would they do that?
Yeah, how do
They
you do
ask.
that?
No, they
Oh,
ask.
by
It's a question
asking.
that is asked.
Oh,
Is
about their
any
health?
any sickness in the family?
Really?
Somebody asked me,
I was asked once. That was it.
but you didn't find that bizarre?
Yes.
It's a little bizarre.
Yeah, because they're like, if I'm gonna have kids with you,
Thank God I've never been on
That's
one
a
of those
very
apps.
What was the question?
strange-
it was like, is there any big?
Oh, for
No, but
me.
this guy, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's strange that a guy would
I
ask.
don't even. Oh my god, it was so many years ago. I don't know. I think it stemmed from him asking if I could do something, and I said no because I have RA. And then he asked me, "What is that?" And I told him, and he was like, "Oh, he's like, well, I prefer my women disease free."
Whoa.
Wow.
wow. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, and I believe my men should not be assholes.
that's
I
a
mean,
requirement. That's a
given.
requirement.
Given.
No, somebody asked me, and then a couple of other people were like, yeah, on dating apps they've been asking this. Is like,
so
is there
strange.
any, wild sicknesses in your family? It's like when you go to the doctor and they ask you, what's your medical history?
the genetics and
I
Exactly.
mean, the
Yeah.
doctor asking me is cool.
No, but these people are like, because if I'm going to have kids with you, this was
Yeah, but you're going too
prior-
far. You could save that conversation for later.
it's
If it's just a
very
dating app.
weird.
People just don't want to waste time. Now, I don't mind the question, to be honest.
Aren't people
'cause I don't
only,
have
aren't people
anything.
only wasting time on dating apps?
Yeah, but I guess they're trying to minimize the wasting of time, I guess. And that's
Okay.
their best way they found. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying some people are just straight off the bat. Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? What's
Really?
your name? What's your fucking zodiac sign? Come on, let's start with the basics.
This guy's
What's
a
your favorite
zodiac sign.
color?
Exactly.
Have you actually been asked that?
What?
That question on a dating site?
What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But
I don't
there's
think
a
it's
side.
that crazy of a question. I
No,
think it's
no,
like
but
it's like a
very mainstream. and I
a
was
filler.
Yeah.
I
I think
guess.
it's like a cute little question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color? Why? What are you gonna do with my favorite
Whatever
color?
you're wearing
When
right
I'm
now.
going to kill you in the
you
drapes, the
think
color of the
it's
drapes
like
I'm going to put you in.
It's
That's
not
what
my
I'm saying.
fault.
What's your
I
favorite color?
listened to too
I'll be
much
like,
Dateline.
what color
Yeah.
panties are you wearing?
It's my skeptic nature
Yeah.
to always think of the worst.
But I can tell you one thing after this conversation. The more you try to control something, the more it's going to get chaotic.
It's not from a place of control. It's not. It's from a
Dictatorship,
place
sorry.
of concern. Right?
But what is
who,
your concern
though?
exactly?
Pardon
What is
me?
your concern exactly?
I just feel like sometimes the way that the world is headed, I feel will be aimless.
How
And
so?
I feel as a society, as people, we're not made to be aimless. Because I think once you're aimless, idle hands, devil's play type of thing, I feel that's where we will fall. We will just destroy ourselves.
we're doing a
I
lot
don't see
better.
what was the
Self-destructive.
correlation between that though and what we were talking about before. Because I agree, because like we'd had that conversation, but I talked about it from a man perspective. If a man doesn't have a purpose, then all is lost at this point, right? Many things can go south.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree what you're talking about in terms of aimless society, but I still don't see the correlation
It was
between
more
that.
of the psychology where it's like, like that narrative of just like everything is being normalized and it's like, okay, that's okay,
But there's
that's okay.
nothing
I'm just,
wrong with that.
but I feel at a certain point there will be issues, right? And
Right.
it just, will it become something that will be kind of stapled as norm.
But if you
and
look-
then what will happen
But
then?
if you look at how we evolved, especially the last 100 years,
Right.
You come from a community, let's just say mostly Christians. So if you're not Christian, you're wrong. Now
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
it's normalized that you
Right,
can be different
100.
religion.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and
different
normalization
cultures.
is good, right?
It is good.
Because remember,
is.
like, let's be honest, like, women being able to vote, normalization, because it should be, people of color being
100,
recognized
the
as a
inclusivity.
person.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
inclusive.
normalization is not a bad thing.
gays,
No, it's
different
not.
religions.
I'm just worried that maybe it.
But that's the thing.
Will
But you're thinking about the extreme. But where is that extreme? Like, except death, let's be honest
Right.
here. But even death was in the far west way back when with the cowboys.
Death,
right?
you said?
Yeah, they could come and just challenge you, shoot you.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
simply put, and it was okay.
Like,
because
literally, yeah.
It was. You know what I mean? Like
Throw a
now,
couple coins at your family
literally
to bury, and that's
like
it.
during
Yeah,
the
yeah.
times of war. I can rape your women and take them and do this. This was normalized.
Isn't it still?
No.
No.
I feel like we're.
I mean,
It's
history
not
repeats
now.
itself.
If it does still happen, maybe.
Yeah, but it's not normalized.
It's not
It's
normalized. It's,
barbaric.
against. It's against the
okay.
rules of engagement, and that is international law. You're not supposed to kill the kids, the women, or the elderly, and there's no raping involved in any way or form, or form
Once
of
again,
slavery.
not saying that it doesn't happen.
No.
No, for sure.
But
there's
see, that is where we're saying like these finality, these laws, these rules, and stuff like that. But remember, now we're playing with perspective, right? And
How?
and individualism, where people have perspective and that needs to be respected, and them trying to impose certain things. Again, I'm going to use the same example with the pedophiles, right? That they want to normalize that. And
who
this-
wants to normalize.
But none of us.
Nobody does.
No, I know,
it's
but
the pedophiles
that
want
little
to be
niche,
inclusive.
that little
Yeah.
niche
But
is
it's,
still
again,
there's still quite a few
again,
individuals.
let-
in
Yeah,
there.
but that's
Let me
not-
make
but
things very
society's
clear.
not cool with
Society's not cool with it. They don't want to
No, no,
normalize
I
that.
know.
They're trying to be inclusive because they saw the train
Yeah.
of the LGBTQ whatever,
Right.
And they're like, "Hey, can we join?"
Yeah, they wanted their own
But
flag,
let's say,
right?
Yeah.
let's say in an example of clans,
Yeah,
right?
they
Yeah,
the
they
bigger
do.
clan wins, right? So let's say this little group of people, all of a sudden, for some, okay, yes, I'm being a little bit extreme, but let's say, I'm not saying,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just they become a bigger group that outweighs certain, like the rest of us. And we know that this is
So,
wrong.
so do you have this type of worry when we think about the KKK, for example?
Because you should.
Absolutely. Like,
So
it's
that's
terrifying
a
that these
that's a
these
worry.
things still exist.
You're
And-
afraid that because of what's going on
Will
in
that be
Germany right now
normalized again,
and Belgium,
right?
extreme right
And
is
certain
taking
parts of the
over.
U.S., Ohio, blah,
Yeah, that's
blah.
it.
It's just a lot of this.
So
just
are you
feels-
worried that they will take over and normalize racism and hatred towards
Yeah,
non-white?
just bigotry, yeah, overall.
I'm just concerned about humanity just going to shit.
No, but
it's like the
I
safety
feel like
of all.
we're
It-
all
it's-
worried of that every day. But it's-
Right.
Yeah,
but it
but
doesn't
for
take
our
that much
reasons.
time. It doesn't take that much energy of my time to actually think about it because I know it's a small,
Yeah.
like an unexistent. The amount of KKK members on a planetary world is 0.0002%. As much, let's just say they're
Now,
one.
I understand, and to be devil's advocate or Sedalia's
Mm-hmm.
advocate, right? A little
He's
man.
back on my island.
Oh.
He was rowing in circles. You didn't realize he came back.
No, it's just that I always want the best, right? Whether it's for her or for myself
Oh,
or
okay,
whoever,
yeah.
right? So I'm always going to look for the positive in everything. Well, it's not going to be a positive in this statement, but in agreeing with her, a little man named, Adolf, you know what I mean? It started small, his movement, right? And that small movement grew. So I understand from a perspective in terms of, and yes, I am stretching, but
But it wasn't a small movement.
well, how does it start? It didn't
But it
start.
did
It didn't
start
start off.
that way.
It starts with an idea,
Yeah,
an
yeah,
ideology,
yeah. No,
and
but
that
a lot of
ideology is birthed
manipulation.
from
Fair
a
enough,
person.
but
That's what I mean.
So Nazis, the idea at the beginning and what it transformed
What it
into
became, yes,
are not quite the same.
That I
beast.
know.
Okay.
But please, yes.
So yeah, because Europe in totality had a beef with already the Jews then.
yes.
They had this was beginning of World War I and even before that, right? That's why they
But
went
also,
to-
a lot of things were in secrecy, right? A lot of people were
True.
not aware of these
Yeah, yeah,
camps
yeah.
and what was happening.
Very true.
But-
They had no idea.
But once they started the movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about 100 people. There was countries that joined the movement.
Yes, but
Japan,
but it's
Italy.
But
still
I,
had,
I think
but
they also
it's-
hid behind the war aspect of it, right?
How so?
Well, because I think there's like this genocide, and everybody is kind of like, fighting against all these countries, that they didn't see what was actually happening in the
But it was
background.
nationalist at the beginning.
Yes.
Right.
Right? They were
Yes.
pro-German.
Yes,
But what I'm
yes.
saying is, it always starts as that, right? So that's why I'm talking about, like, even when you talk about like
100%.
the certain movements that happen. A lot of these movements start as grassroots movements, small movements, and then they become bigger.
Do
Become
you
an
believe a
ideology.
movement like that could
happen again?
happen again today?
That is
I
a concern.
think we have people
To that level, I'm
I
talking
think
about.
we have people in power that unfortunately can stoke the fires. It may not. I don't think it can happen just because of the. I don't think it can happen at the scale
no.
of how it happened.
Well,
But we do have people who are currently who flirt with that and flirt with that ideology and let people think it's okay. So for me, I'm okay in the sense of let them show themselves. You know what I mean? I want to see who my
So
enemy
do they flirt
is.
with the idea of killing them or not
No.
wanting them in their country?
Not one of them in their country.
And that's where
100%.
Nazism started,
Yeah.
right? And then it transformed to that.
And that's
Because
what-
they're like, hey, they don't want to leave.
And that's why I said I
Let's
understand
eliminate.
where Sedalia.
Yeah,
for
no, I
some
get
po-
that.
I understand like her points.
The world is an ugly place. Don't get me wrong.
100%.
But I have enough faith in humanity because there's a lot of fucked up things going on right now.
Exactly.
100%.
Right?
And that don't get spoken of, right? Like we're talking
Some-
about.
yeah,
Well, I'm
no,
just
I
talking
get-
about like
yeah.
we're talking about like what's happening in the Congo. You know what I mean? We're talking about like all these
And
places.
it's ongoing, right? These
That's
ongoing.
ongoing. Yeah, it's
ongoing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
ongoing.
ongoing.
And this is over fucking minerals.
Yeah,
You know?
Imagine.
Power.
Power
Yeah,
once
power.
again, exactly.
And this is going on, but it's not going on a scale, an international scale. It's
No.
it's very like
But
hush
the
hush.
amount of life that's being lost
Oh yeah. But
is
that's
astronomical.
yeah, that I get 100%. But the thing is now, again, this is gonna sound bad.
Cold?
They're better at doing it when they're killing because there's propaganda behind it.
Of course.
When the Nazis were doing it, there was no propaganda.
They had
decided to
propaganda
take-
though. No.
No, they had
Yeah,
it
they
at the
did.
beginning. Once they got in power. and
Well,
once
they didn't
got-
need a number because what do you need?
But
you
for-
have the power. You're making the rules.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I believe again, there's so many hungry countries right now for power
Yes.
that it would be a clash among themselves.
Before it gets to
Like somebody would kill the other before they can spread out and that crazy.
Mm.
Now there could be a lot of ethno propaganda going right now where every country wants to kick out everybody and just stay among themselves.
yeah, xenophobia.
Yeah,
Oh.
but even if it happens, eventually in 100 years,
It's
they're
gonna
they're gonna start hating each
But is
other.
that because
Yeah.
a lot of these countries just want to be self-sustainable?
No,
That's
so-
how they're marking it.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
But see, this is the danger, right? Because, like going back to the Second World War, the marketing, the speeches, they really thought they were part of something
Grand.
proactive,
Yeah.
and grand. But that was just a manipulation tactic.
Yes, definitely.
And these poor people believe that they
Well, we
were
kinda see it today.
standing up for something right, and then did atrocities and horrible
But
things.
the German population at that time thought they were doing this for Germany.
The
It's not-
people. The
yeah, the
people.
people. They never
people,
said
yeah.
that we're going to do gas chambers and start killing them and
Exactly.
make them soap.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what
They
I
said
agree
we're
you,
with.
cleaning
you just had
the
that
country.
one person, right?
Pardon?
You had that one person that carried that torch, and then it just set
No,
everything
because
ablaze.
that one person had an obsession with the Jews for whatever reason happened, right? For all the finances or because of all the geniuses. Because the Jew community were high end in the science and in the
Of
banking
course.
industry,
The
right?
banks, everything.
And they realized that they had certain levels of control and certain levels of influence in any country in Europe back then. But a lot of countries hated the Jews. Eastern Europe, specifically the UK. UK gave them a country to get rid of them. Let's be very honest here. The Balfour Accord said it clearly. I'm going to give them their country. Please leave. But all this was to clean their country, believing that. But what's fucking up everybody now is immigration.
Yeah.
Now you can take a plane, everybody can go wherever they want, do the paperwork. Before it wasn't that obvious. You needed money, you needed a place, influence and stuff like that. And they were very scared of something new, right?
Yeah.
Something
But
different.
I think they're kind of rebuilding that again, right?
because
Yes.
they
'Cause
feel
the-
like there's an
the-
abuse now.
There's an exploitation.
Because a lot of
And it's happening across a lot of
A lot
different
of countries.
like,
but I
countries.
understand those countries why now it's becoming a little bit because a lot of these communities didn't come with the intention of adapting. They came in to create
their own little micro
Yeah.
microcosm.
yeah,
Twin
those
poles type of
yeah.
thing.
that's where the original word ghetto comes from, right? It's creating
Oh.
ghettos. Yeah, it's creating sub-cultural cities, neighborhoods, and everything, and it's among themselves, right? And then they're trying to influence whatever
expand.
So
to expand.
let me ask,
Yes.
because we're all different,
Yes.
cultures and backgrounds.
4 different countries here.
Exactly. Are you forced, in terms of having like little Italy, little Portugal, little Maghreb,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, are you guys?
We're talking here in Canada.
We're talking about in Canada or anywhere in the world, right?
But it's
Little-
gonna backfire.
or little China or whatever. Sorry.
So I'm going to tell you straight off.
Yes.
It's going to backfire. The problem is Canada.
So you're not for or you're for? Sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
No. I'm not for it to the extent that where it's going. At the beginning, it was all nice and fun.
Because
And
you could go get your, your spices from your country.
That
meet
I don't
your
mind.
taco,
I have
stuff.
no
What has
problem with that.
changed?
Huh?
What has changed? What do you mean?
Yeah.
The overpopulation now. So now Montreal is a hub of multiple subgroups.
But we kind of always were, no?
I think so.
No, yes, but
But
there
Montreal's
wasn't
known
that
for-
many. There was like the Italians,
No.
the Greeks, the Jews, Quebecois, and
Asian.
then
And then
Asians.
others.
Yeah.
And then others.
And others.
Now
Okay.
you literally can go by any street. You have little Portugal, little Spain, little Maghreb, little Africa, little Afghanistan. Like
But I
it's,
find that's cool.
I do love that.
I love that.
I'm not gonna lie, I
diversity.
love that.
Yeah.
I love it from a point of view of culture and food.
Yeah.
But
For
from
the
a society,
accessibility.
but from a society
Yeah.
point of view and evolution,
Yeah.
it's not the
I
best
agree.
thing.
So okay, so you're kind of the same
I
line
agree.
of thinking
Yes.
as Sin.
'Cause there's
I think
positive.
we share the same,
Yeah.
probably. But I what I will say, because I'm all for it, because I love it. I love being able to, because I'll go into those areas.
Yeah. Like
You
I
know
was
what I mean?
saying about
Yeah, but
my
how
son,
many
yeah.
people are like you?
But that's the point, right? I'm
A
going there
lot
because
to-
I want to experience
Because
something
I think-
different.
I don't
You
know.
know what I'm saying? Like
Because you have
I
your
do it too.
identity.
I can't hang
right?
out. I know. That's
I
why.
do
That's
it,
why I was
but
shocked.
do they do it? That's what I mean by
That's
that.
because that's
See,
what I was going to say.
and this is where I was going.
Okay.
And this is where I kind of like toe the line, because I do think these I guess little areas are important, because especially for people like us who embrace diversity, embrace learning different cultures,
Right.
it gives us that accessibility. However, I do agree that it could be a crutch and a handicap for as much as it's good for the people who are newly arrived. It's good to give them a little sense of belonging or whatever.
Or
True.
tourists as
It
well.
could give them a crutch, and it doesn't allow them to become more like in sense of acclimated
Yeah.
to the
There
country.
you go.
You know what I mean?
And that's where the obstacle comes, especially from a government point of view, because now, first, politics is confusing, because how do you approach everybody? Everybody has different agendas. Second of all, when you create a community inside a community, you create tiny tribes,
Yeah.
and then it becomes,
Full on civil war.
well, it's like these silent
mean-
civil wars.
You know?
It's mostly silent civil wars, right?
I think, like maybe our generation, we have this luxury where we have an identity, right? We each have this culture that we hold on to, and it's a beautiful thing.
I think so.
But I think when we came along, there wasn't as many, so we acclimated. We understood that
This
this
is
is
true.
our culture at home. You
This
know,
is true.
our parents would have this kind. Listen, we do it like this at home. The minute you walk out, you do what they tell you. So you're like, okay, okay. But now it's quite the reverse. Now it's like I was going back before. It's like everybody wants to kind of normalize their stance, their culture, their religion, and that's perfectly fine
From that perspective,
within your
100%
own
agreed.
closed doors. Yes, but you're not here to impose that on other people.
No, but you realize now, before I remembered when I used to go to school, let's just say, the Muslims didn't eat pork, right?
Yes.
There's
Right.
pork on the menu.
I know they
you
eat
just
it now.
don't eat. Now,
Some do. I hear about it.
yeah.
Like
well,
the kids.
some rebels,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just say, generally speaking, you have cultural restrictions or whatever it is, right? Indians don't eat cows, right?
Yeah, beef.
So
Yeah, cow, yeah.
let's go with that. They go to a school in Montreal and there's beef in the menu or there's pork in the menu. I'm just not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna ask them to have a kosher,
to remove it.
halal meal.
But to remove it
yeah,
altogether?
to remove it. Vegan, because there's not only religion or cultural. Huh? Now there's
But that's and it kind of goes back to what Sally was saying. That's our generation. It was a bit different for us, because now everybody's all about inclusivity and,
Yeah.
yeah, but when you're too
And not
inclusive,
But I
hurting
also
Feelings
feel like it's a
and-
false.
yeah, I don't want to hurt your feelings.
But I feel like it's a false
The
inclusivity.
non-
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Because we're not. If you really think about it, like if you're being really honest, me personally, I don't think we're 100% genuine sometimes.
No,
about
that's what I
certain
said
things.
even before when
The
it came to
fakest
the women
of the fake.
empowerment.
And it's like that
It's
we're conditioned.
performance-based.
Yeah, and it's horrible because we're conditioning ourselves to be performance based. as a society, and that's the troublesome part.
That is true.
Like, where do you do that line? Like, no is no. You had brought up this point where you said, Canada should have stuck to their culture and their beliefs and kind of cemented
You
it,
said
And
Quebec.
but they
Yeah,
did not
Canada
do
too.
that. And now we are
what did
we are
Canada
seeing
have?
the effects of that.
Pardon?
What did Canada have as a whole?
What do you
Well, it
mean?
was a Catholic country,
Yeah.
right?
They had their traditions, their
they have
culture,
their
their
traditions,
food.
of course.
Well, as much
St.
as
Patty's Day.
no, St.
Maple
Patty's is
syrup.
Irish. by
I
the
know.
way.
Bacon.
But it's a huge Canadian
No, but,
holiday.
okay, if you put a caricature of a Canadian, right? It's that.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Boucheron shirt,
Yeah.
They
eat the beans.
But is that
sirop
we
really
can
de
eat
it?
in Quebec,
But we
right?
still have that.
No,
We do?
Yeah, but it's. But you
Cabana
don't see that out
diluted.
there. You don't see it out there.
No, I think we do.
Like you go to
Well,
Cabana
it's
Sucre
also-
now, and now you have all types of different options.
Bro, Cabana Sucre, I don't see white people no more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't see white
And
people.
you see a lot of
Bring
Bring
Muslims,
back
but
white
yet,
people to Cabana Sucre.
and it's funny thing,
What do
you'll
you
see a lot of
see?
Muslims
Ah,
there.
look,
That's all I'm going to say.
But it used to be mostly pork. Les
Yeah.
oreilles de Christ
I
is pork.
swear.
Sausage is pork. Now all of a sudden, kosher, halal, beef-based, this, and this. We're all inclusive avec sirop
And
d'érable.
I
it's
think-
also to,
But
to
it
attract
comes
more
down
people.
to the
Exactly,
mighty
it's to
dollar
attract
too, huh?
more consumers.
Exactly.
Aimless.
Yeah, but
It's
you're gonna
not
lose.
done out of the goodness of their heart,
You
like
see,
you
No.
said.
most countries, let's just say in Europe, there's certain countries that are very worried, but Canada is a tiny country, like a big country,
But
With
very
land,
tiny.
tiny population.
We got good values.
If we continue like this,
Well-
like this, literally in the next 50 to 100 years, there's going to be more immigrants than actually local people.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
We got the space for it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh yeah, tell me one country in the world that's like that.
You mean outside of the U.S.?
Not even the U.S. is not like that.
What do you mean? Whoa, hold on. What do
No,
you
I
mean?
would
What
say
sense?
the U.
So you're saying the majority of the Americans right now are immigrants and not American white?
I think.
I don't
think
know
they're a
about the
minority.
majority, but a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I can't say the majority, but I'll still say a good
I
bit
said- I
because
said-
I'm throwing in Italians, I'm throwing in Portuguese, I'm throwing in
Whatever.
like non-traditional
wait.
white
But they're
men.
very
But the
Americanized.
Exactly.
This
That
is true.
is my point.
I know,
Portuguese
I
in
know.
Boston, they're Bostonians.
Forget Portuguese,
They
Italians, everybody
Portuguese,
like
yeah.
The main streets of Boston.
Yeah.
New York.
They're
I'm
Boston.
from Boston.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
But
yeah.
and they're very proud. Even Italians from the States, when they go to Italy, they're not Italians.
I
Let's-
can understand why.
let's stop. Let's-
I know Canadian
Right?
Italians are more
Italians
Italian.
even here in Montreal.
They're more
are
Italian. Yeah.
Or actually more Canadian than Italians too.
No, but I think they're
No.
more Italian than American Italian.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where America got their identity on check, but they're
Yeah.
still a bit worried, and that's why you have extremism coming back now.
What do you mean? Sorry.
That's why all these immigrants have to go.
Because I think those people kind of see the
They're worried.
trajectory that
That's
I
it.
see.
Exactly. Put on a wall. Too many Mexicans.
Wait,
coming
wait,
in,
she said that. I see. what do you mean? What do you mean?
No, but meaning that now it's free for all in the States, right? Everybody's coming.
But that
no
is
papers,
the problem,
papers.
right? We can't have.
Oh,
a
they're doing the
free-for-all.
hard jobs. I get all that part, but they're talking from a community point of view, an identity point of view.
But you know,
We were put in this world
they,
in a free for all, right? And then slowly but surely we.
The colonizer did all that.
but
put in the
remember, that's what I'm
rules.
gonna say. They wreaked havoc in these people's
it's
countries.
Not,
and
no. I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
At first, we're kind of wild. We're doing our own free thing, whatever. Then slowly but surely, we realize, okay, we need to have some kind of law rules. Like we can't do this, we can't do that. You can't go out alone in the night. You'll be eaten alive by I don't know what. So slowly but surely, through experience as a society, we've learned things, right? We had to put in rules. Now I feel we're doing the opposite.
No, we're
it's like
not.
we're
no,
not.
they're putting more rules now,
No,
bro.
no, knock down these rules, these laws.
I'll give you a good metaphor. It's like cars. Once the car was created, they're like, okay, drive. Then they're like, wait 1 second, we need seatbelts. And then they're like, hey, we're going to put speed limits. Because it's a learning process, right? As people fuck up and we're like, oh shit, we didn't calculate this. Oh, kids have to
And
have
now
car
they're like,
seats.
people suck at driving. Let them have the cars drive
that's
themselves.
Exactly.
Oh wait, hold on.
But then that in itself will cause problems.
exactly.
But every solution will have a ripple effect of
Yes,
a certain issue because
absolutely.
there is no solution that fits all. Now, when it comes to immigration with these young countries, because the issues of Canada are not the issues
Of the U.S.
No.
of the US.
Nope.
They're not the issues of other countries like
Nope.
Brazil and stuff like that. Brazil has other problems.
Oh yeah.
Right? They have a lot of immigrants. They have 11 million Lebanese. Do you actually think for a second they're worried that the Lebanese are going to take over? 11 million, huh? 11 million.
Yeah.
There's more Lebanese in Brazil
Than in
than
Lebanon.
Lebanon?
Lebanon's
Yep.
2.8 million.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's
Did you
almost
hear that number? 2.8
8.
That's
in
wild.
Lebanon.
In Lebanon,
That's-
there's 11 million. But you go to Brazil, the
Brazilian,
Lebanese
yeah.
are Brazilian.
Yeah.
They're fucking. They speak Portuguese
Even the
perfectly.
Japanese there, they have a community
Yeah,
of Japanese.
Japanese.
Japanese in
They're
Peru,
so Brazilian.
you could not tell the difference.
It's crazy.
You
They're more
could not
Brazilian
tell-
than anything else. You're like,
But guys, isn't that what we want for the world?
But that's one nationality.
No,
There's
I'm just
not-
saying, isn't that what we want for the world?
No, ideally, but because all these nationalities, what do they have in common? The Lebanese in Brazil, the Japanese in Peru, they adapted to the community.
Yes.
Yes, they look different.
But they adapted.
And I'll even prove to you how it worked in the United States. Black people are not from the land, but they're considered 100% American.
100%.
Yet they don't look like the white man,
No, but
right?
they adopt,
Nobody's going to tell them go back to...
They've adopted. Well, first of all, they don't know where to go back to.
Exactly. They're like, we fucked up. This is our loss. We'll
You
take
adopt
it.
it, you're like, you know.
But you know what I mean? So it is possible. But the Afro-American adapted to the Americas
Yes.
and created its society, yes.
But they're American. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like every African American guy that I know, full blood American. Like,
Exactly. Super proud
It's
of the
America
United States.
first. You know what I mean? It's all they do subscribe to the same.
But now go see an Italian in Montreal, an Algerian in Montreal, a Portuguese in Montreal, and tell them you're Quebecer, you're Montrealer.
Same thing for Caribbeans here.
No, but that's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But it's actually when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, I'm
No, but that's the beauty about it. But I'm talking here. You go and see an Italian, you're like, yo, you're Quebecer. Yo, fuck yourself, man. they're gonna, well, I'm Italian, man. I'm Italian. I'm from Sicily. You know?
But it's
From
the
the
same.
South.
But it's the same thing for you though. Somebody asks you, you're
Same
Algerian.
thing. Well, yeah, but me, it's a complicated.
And on top of that,
because
you're
me,
not
nobody
just
wants
Algerian.
me. No, because me, nobody wants me. I go to Algeria, they're like, you're not Algerian.
you're American. Go to America.
In
You're not
Canada, they're
American.
like, you're Algerian, American. I'm American. I'm born in the States, but they don't want nothing to do with me, even though I can be their president. But
You could.
I could.
You're
I
an
could.
American citizen.
Exactly. So my point being is,
You'd
when I
fix,
went
you'd fix their issues right now. You have a plan. You'd have a plan. What'd your plan be?
for
I feel like it does.
Immigration,
Acclimate.
for the economy. What's your plan?
you know, okay, so Canada, I feel, and I'll be honest, okay, Canada got too desperate too quick because they needed labor, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't enough people.
Yeah, I remember, especially during COVID, eh?
Yeah.
They opened up the floodgates.
Because before they were a little bit more picky. They were like, oh, we need
yeah.
scholars. Then Canada and Quebec especially fucked up because they were like, we want scholars, but your diplomas are worth nothing here.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That
Quebec
was-
is really bad for that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's where you fucked up even more because now you're coming with people that are like, oh, I have diplomas. And then they come with resentment. So I studied all that. You're like, you're welcome. You studied, but we want you to restudy.
Technically, I could
Because
save a
it's
life,
not-
but I
yeah.
can't save a life the way you want me to save a
Exactly.
Yeah,
life.
their
And then you become a
qualifications.
nurse.
Yeah.
Or you
It's
know, a cab
crazy.
driver or whatever because you come to this country and need to make money right away.
Yeah.
And
The
that
superiority complex showing.
But if you would have gave them a certain amount of privilege in the sense that your diploma, let's just say it's 2/3, you just need one extra year, just for the bureaucracy of it all and the code of éthique, like they say here in Montreal, people would be like, oh, let me give 1 year sacrifice, let's struggle for a bit, and then we'll do it, right?
Right.
But they're like, no, your diploma is worth nothing, but we want you here because your French is good and you studied in your country, so that means you're smart, but we're going to make you act dumb here.
Unless that was their plan to try to acclimate them to the
What do you mean?
Acclimate what?
like just to you come in, do things our way, kind of put that subconscious
But not
thing.
start over. A doctor studied for
I
7
know,
years.
but I'm saying
comes here and start over completely.
I'm wondering if that would have been the tactic.
Acclimate to the weather, acclimate to the culture. No, but these
the
are all
food.
things to the food.
Yeah,
so
I
you're
know.
coming from a
I'm
new
not
country,
saying-
acclimate to everything.
But maybe that's what they thought they
and
were going to
that's
do
where people started becoming more communicative in communities
because of the resentment.
because the resentment,
Yeah.
and they're like, we all know the same struggle. I can't go with a Quebecer. He doesn't know
true.
my struggle.
Well,
I
they're not
studied.
wrong.
Come again?
They're not wrong.
They're not.
Well,
Again,
then you
I'm
kind
not
of explain
blaming
the outcome then.
I'm not blaming immigrants fully. Most part I'm really blaming is the government, the way they approached it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the communities, because there's a lot of people I know that are not with their community at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, keeping their head straight, working. I do me.
Yeah.
Each their own. I don't want to be associated
good
with
or
anybody.
bad?
It's not bad if
But we
you
need those. We need some of those.
I guess we do need the neutrals,
Yeah.
Neutral.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, because if you think about the communities that we hear the earliest, right? Italians, Greeks,
Portuguese.
the Portuguese, the Jews, the Asians. They're the ones who have full-on neighborhoods.
Yes, this
They
is
have the
true.
real estate, they have the businesses
They do.
because they had a head start. They're like, hey, you guys are not good with business. We'll show you business.
Yeah, true.
Lebanese too.
Yeah,
Ville Saint
yeah.
Laurent's Lebanese.
Oh yeah.
Saint Leo, RDP in Montreal North.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, not
but I'm
anymore.
talking
Used
about
to
in the
be.
90s,
Oh, okay, yeah.
before the big wave of
Yeah, yeah,
immigration.
yeah.
And then people are like, we're going to show you, we're going to open businesses, pastry shop. Nobody had an issue with an Italian pastry shop. Nobody with pasta, whatever. Because Italians were not like, you have to eat like us. If you want Italian
If you
food,
like it, come.
Yeah,
here it is. This
And
is
people
more-
went.
Yeah.
Because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It is
Fantastic.
It's delicious.
Fantastic.
It is delicious.
But you're never
And
going to
it's
see them
simple.
imposing anything.
No.
They're not going to come and tell you, oh, I want pasta in the menu, or I want this
I want
type of
halal.
pasta. You can't mix, you can't break your spaghettis and shit like that.
Oh yeah. Well,
So it was okay. And they did sports. There was a lot of Italians playing baseball, hockey, soccer. So they were adding to the community. And then there's other immigrants, Indians. They stuck to their community, stuck. And it's okay. I understand.
I mean, as much as Indians stuck, they still actually branch out to different communities because they're like cooks in like every restaurant.
that is true. This
Yes.
is true.
Like
But those are-
every
yeah.
community restaurant.
That is
Like I've
absolutely
seen,
true.
I've
Me
seen
too.
Greek.
Yeah.
I've seen Italian.
They're
Like,
always
I've seen
in
them
crazy.
they're always
everywhere.
in the kitchens. They're always in the kitchens.
Yeah.
Always. But all those do not speak a word in English
No,
or French.
no.
That's true too.
First and foremost.
No.
Basic. They're 20 living in one apartment. And they're doing this to build. Because what
And they
happens is
build.
they
And they
sacrifice
build.
for 5-6 years. Well, my parents' neighbor, when you look at them, the castle they bought, and then you talk to them, oh, it's like, oh, we struggled for a couple of years. We worked, we lived. They were like 12 in a fucking 4.5.
Yeah.
Worked, saved, and then they bought a community house. And then work, and they don't spend.
This is
They
true.
they cook at home. They're very community
Yeah.
wise.
They're very community. And one thing, like
Very.
I will say, especially I know like in LaSalle, because there's like a Sikh temple there, like they're very giving. Like the
Generous,
community.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they
Their
open up the doors to the temple, it's for everybody in the neighborhood, not just like those who are sick or whatever. I'm
They
talking
are
about
big on that.
everyone in the neighborhood can come and they give like free food and all these different things like
The
that.
Jewish community, same
Yeah.
thing.
I
Jewish-
never really hear that. I never heard
Oh
that
yeah, Park X. Yeah, they're very given
in the community.
in the community. They
As
always want-
people, they are.
Yeah,
Like they're
but
always
mostly
giving
with
about
their
that.
community,
Themselves. Or
But themselves
also
or
that's
other-
that's what I
or
thought.
where they
yeah.
live,
Yeah.
or where they live.
I think
they
it's
want
anywhere that they're.
Yeah, but where they live,
It's
that.
primarily
Yeah, but it became that they didn't come. They build it, right? They
because
worked
that's what I mean.
hard.
Like in
Yeah,
LaSalle,
yeah.
it's still a mixed, in terms of you have like black, you have white, you have Indian.
But
and
there
stuff
is
like that.
pocket
But they
neighborhoods
open the
like
door
that.
for everybody.
Yeah, but there's pocket neighborhoods right there. If you go into West Island, for example,
Yes.
all those are the rich immigrants.
Oh
right?
yeah. For sure.
Anglo rich immigrants, but they
Yeah.
all lived somewhere else before getting there. That's like the final destination,
This is true.
right? Algerians, there's a lot of them in Fabreville right now and in Saint Rose. All of them started in Saint Leo
My hood.
and Rosemont. What they did is they worked. They bought their house, and then one told the other, "Oh, I bought a house, really not that expensive." And then they open, pastry
Yeah.
shop and whatever. Portuguese, the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's the ones that made it create higher communities in the suburbs.
Yeah.
And then there's these pocket communities where they take everybody.
That's true.
Ville Saint Laurent wasn't that Lebanese before.
Well, when I was growing up, it was.
It was mostly Anglo, and it could be there was Jamaicans there because it was like.
That's true. It was on one side.
Exactly.
It was Lebanese.
But they
It's true.
started investing. They bought the buildings, they bought the businesses, and then all of a sudden, slowly but surely,
This
they
is
built
true.
everything. Côte des Neiges now, that's what's happening with the Indian community, mostly, or like L'Acadie, Jean Talon, all
Yes.
those. They started their renting and they started buying.
True.
Right? They worked hard, and that's okay. I have no problem with that. That's good for business.
I do like
That's
that.
good for community. You want to go and eat Indian, Italian, whatever. You go into neighborhoods, perfect. I have no problem with that. The problem is when you come and you start imposing on others your values, your rules.
But that's more a religious thing.
Conflict.
I don't see that though in Montreal.
Yeah,
Them-
even
Ooh.
vegans. It's not even religion. Vegans will come and like, I need a vegan option in your menu.
But
Motherfucker.
that's regardless of nationality, though.
No, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
now there's pocket societies.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay,
from
yeah.
nations,
Yeah.
religion, sports teams. Like if you go to London, for example, right? London is a big city
Yeah.
that has, I think, 8 premier top
Leagues.
soccer teams.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
Yeah, it's legit. Hey,
They're very
Hate.
competitive too.
Yeah. And
That's
you
using
can't
it very
go.
loosely.
You can't go into that neighborhood with that shirt
Yeah,
or
they
whatever.
have
You'll
like
get fucked
specific
up.
areas.
Exactly.
And
So-
Like Italy is like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's-
Lenter
oh,
against
yeah.
International
Oh, my
versus
God.
AC Milan. This is the same fucking city.
Yeah.
They use the same field, and they hate each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
and they play against each other in the same
They-
field.
it makes it exciting.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
They have
exactly.
cages.
Yeah, yeah.
They have cages. For
But that's what I'm
the-
saying.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
like these communities now, they're not all immigrants. They're not all, there's political
No.
parties. There's, food.
See, I was fixated on the immigrants part.
No,
for a
but that's
bit.
the biggest issue right now. But then it's overlapping because they're like, oh, if immigrants can have that or that religion can have that, well, vegans can have that.
Because I'm okay. Hey, vegans, I'm okay with you guys having your own option. You have stores, you have restaurants.
Yeah, but if a restaurant doesn't want to.
Exactly. Go to
But
it.
not all
before.
restaurants have.
Yeah, like if you go to a Brazilian restaurant, they mostly eat meat.
Like I can't go to a vegetarian
I mean,
restaurant
like-
and demand that they serve me meat. You know what I mean?
Et
Or a vegan
voilà.
restaurant, demand
And
that
that's what
either.
I mean. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to an Italian restaurant, I can't come and say, "Oh, I want a halal or kosher."
So why is some things normalized and others not? You know?
Exactly.
Oh.
And that's where power, and you don't want to offend, and you want to be inclusive.
Voilà.
money.
Exactly. It's all
Money,
about a
money.
business. It's all about a fucking business. And
bottom
some
line,
people
we're
buy
fucked.
peace. They're like, you know what? I don't want the hustle. Here's all the stickers:
Yes.
halal, kosher,
Kosher.
vegan,
Leave me alone.
bio-fed, whatever, green-fed,
Yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
bullshit it is.
Sustain. What's the other one there when they treat the animals right?
Yeah.
What's
They,
it called,
they
Cedella?
sing to them to bed, and then they
I
fucking
feel
butcher
like
them.
it's like everybody wants to be like that pick me
Yes,
girl or the pick me
yes.
boy. Like,
Well, not
"Ah,
everybody,
I'm doing
but
whatever you want me
yes.
to do.
Have you ever read the book Animal Farm?
I
I
With
do
George
know.
Cow?
I do know.
no, but
You
I've
should
heard of
read
it.
It's a very short book. That's pretty much my
okay.
issue with today's society. It was based for socialism, but it's really perfect for what's going on today in Montreal specifically.
Loose
It's not an
cannons.
international. It's so the big
I don't
premise
know, man.
is
I really love our. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go.
the big premise of the book is it's in an animal farm, of course, and animals decide to go against the humans because they feel they're not being treated well, and then they do this right and they
They
kick out the
enslave them.
humans, and then the animals all of a sudden are like, okay, so who's gonna be our chef? Who's gonna be our this? So everybody starts creating. It's the pigs that decide, and they start manipulating society. There's subgroups. You're the laborer because you're strong. You're the strongest. You're best. You do that. You have to do that type of, so you're gonna feed, do the land and blah blah blah, and then the pigs slowly but surely become more and more humanoid at the end of the book, and then you realize you cannot fix a problem; the problem just evolves,
I mean,
and then you become the problem. Once you're the solution, you become the problem,
Yep,
and blah blah
and,
blah.
yeah,
and
never
today's
ends.
society was like, yeah, we're welcoming, we enjoy everybody, but then it's gonna backfire.
but this is why
It's
I
already
like-
backfiring.
Yes,
Well,
it is.
I think we
in,
speak
in
from
Montreal, I
see
don't
it.
look at it like
Yeah,
that
me
per
neither.
se. Especially me, I'm
But-
like I'm really big on the different, like I said, once again, the different cultures and stuff like that.
because
Especially
you respect
summertime.
and love and adore yours.
I do,
You know what I mean?
but
you
I also
have that
do, I
foundation.
do respect, love, and adore other
But
cultures.
you're at peace with yours. Nobody's struggling.
And in
you know what
Trinidad,
I mean?
you guys multiple.
Yes.
You already have a specific formula that's working
It is,
to a certain extent.
but meaning like I don't know, like because every like in Montreal we have different festivals like in the summer. Like
Yeah.
I try to make it to almost every one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
that's you.
Because you have
When
that
you go
open-minded-
to a
lot.
festival, do you
A lot of
see a
people do
lot of
not have that.
diversity?
so I went to the Brazilian one last year, and yes, actually, I did see quite a few.
Okay.
Maybe not as much.
Just go to the Oriental one they do at l'Horloge, or go to the
I go
African
to the one that I go to the Lao one. That one, but there isn't a lot of diversity. But
like
Yeah,
the
but
only
those
one.
are made for their culture.
it is made
You're
for their
gonna
culture. You're right.
see-
No, but it's for diversity. It's for them to show you what their culture.
What their culture
brings.
is like.
That's
Or
the point
to
of these
celebrate
festivals.
their culture.
No,
Or
it's not
no,
about
but she's right though. Like
No,
at
it's
least I can
part
say
of
the
it.
Lao festival is to celebrate that culture.
I don't think that
It's true.
their aim is to bring in.
Yeah, but
Different.
maybe the ones like you're saying more like at the old port. And
No, but the
stuff like
Asian
that, yeah.
festival, for example,
That one
is
should be.
all about diversity. They want people to come and try
Yeah.
their food and say, "Hey, try this. This is new.
I'm
This
sure
is
there is
different."
Yeah,
Italian festivals at the park in San
Are
Leo,
all Italians.
they're the ones who have the kiosks. That's normal. But all the immigrants were there.
Really?
Yes, I used to have a lot.
I mean, we like Italian food.
Yeah, everybody eats Italian food. As long as there's no restrictions for the Muslims, for example, for the pork, everybody else, it's a free-for-all. You go there, you have ice cream, you have fucking donuts. You like Italian food is Italian food, pasta and everything like the carbs,
Yeah,
carbs over carbs. And everybody's super welcoming. Those are the only moments where, because you don't want to open.
Carbs
In
are
an Italian
delicious.
festival, you're not going to have a guy next door who's like, I'm going to open up a Vietnamese kiosk next to you guys, right? It's for the community. When you go to the Lebanese festival, it's very Arabic because people are like, oh, if I want to eat Arabic, I'll just go to Amir. I heard this once, by the way. But again, the more it's inclusive, more it's going to be helpful, I believe.
I was gonna say that, like, maybe everybody should just venture out, go visit some festivals.
definitely.
And I'm talking about even when they have like on Saint Jean. I'm talking about like they have like big Quebec festivals, like in the park
you
and
see a
stuff.
lot
Like
of people
go
go
and
to
experience it.
those.
You know what I mean? Go see the
But
people.
the proof
Be part
is
of each
there.
other's culture.
During the
Yes.
Christmas festival, all immigrants are there.
The what?
The Christmas when Santa Claus does the streets in downtown, everybody, every religion, anything you want is there because for them it's an activity.
And it's marketing too.
Yeah, La Saint Jean, La Fête du Canada, all those shows.
Everybody comes out, right?
Everybody comes out.
That's what I
It's
would
a
say.
free
likes
show.
good time.
But that's what Montreal's about.
That's why I love it.
That's me too.
Exactly.
I see how I said in the beginning with my son, I love that there's these things that I get to show him.
yeah.
Like if it weren't for me, I'm sure my ex won't hear this, but he wouldn't bring him anywhere.
So that proves my point. Are you the exception or are you the norm?
I see what you're doing.
Maybe 50-50, I don't know.
Because I know a lot of Italians. I grew up with Italians. Some are very open, but most are amazing people.
Back then.
No,
like, I'm
I
talking-
feel
I got-
like
one
our
of my-
like all my
generation-
Italian friends.
One of
So
my
just to
boys,
give
he's
you-
super young. Like I call him like an old soul. He's like, well, super young. He's like 30 now, like in his 30s, but he's very like
What?
Italian centric in the sense of like he doesn't
But
really
Italians hang with
venture
Italians.
out much.
Like I was the exception to most of my groups in Italian groups. They were
Because
like,
you were in
Huh?
St. Leo, because you grew up in St. Leo.
that's why I know a lot of Italians.
Yeah.
But now nobody lives in Saint Leo anymore. Everybody is in RDP,
Duvernay.
Terrebonne, Mascouche, Mirabel, and whatever. When we go and chill, go downtown or go all together, right? We have our group. Anthony Cornelli, Joey Cortese, Luigi Barbieri, Tony Varello, and me.
And me.
And me. I'm the non-Italian. Well, everybody thinks I'm Italian because I'm surrounded by Italians, right? Because I have that luxury in that sense.
I did think you were Italian.
Yeah, well,
It's the way he talks.
It's the way.
well,
you talk.
that's that's where
And he
that
talks
Saint
with his
Leo,
hands all the time.
a
He's
lot
like,
of communities talk with their hands.
Yeah, that's true.
Calm down.
A lot.
Calm
Yeah.
this is you.
But my point is,
Exactly.
Italians with me were very welcoming. But usually, mostly, when I go to parties, weddings, funerals, whatever,
no.
He'd
No.
single you out? Like, no, don't talk
no,
to
I
him.
wouldn't. No. I
so you
wouldn't
went
say-
to an Italian funeral
Yeah.
and there was a lot of non-Italians.
Well, no, you can't say that about a funeral. I mean, people
Okay.
who went to see
That's
them.
true. You can't see.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's
People they work with could have been none. You
No,
know?
yeah. I
but
get
it's
that
the
part.
family and it's
It's the family and
family
friends.
of family
and friends.
Well, more friends.
You don't invite friends to your funerals? Yes, they
I
do.
don't-
I've been
I've
to.
never-
two.
You're not inviting them.
I've never had a funeral.
I mean,
You never had a funeral?
No, I mean for me.
Ah.
Yes, I've gone to funerals. I've never organized one.
Okay, can you tell? Okay, so you've been to a lot of weddings as working and invited,
I don't go
right?
to the weddings. I just
You don't
do
see
the hair
You do the hair of the people
in the morning.
So do you see a difference? Let's just say the bride is Japanese, and her friends or bridesmaids are going to be the same culture or not?
Mixed. I see a lot of mixed.
Asians have a lot of mixed friends, but
But not only but any
Italians too.
I
Oh, Italians.
no, but surprisingly enough, I don't do a lot of Italian weddings.
Oh.
What about Greeks?
So okay,
Do
wait,
Greeks-
stop. No, no, stop.
Anomaly.
You got married, right?
Yes,
Who are your
Trying
bridesmaids?
to prove.
my best friends.
Are they?
But that's because.
And how about the
but
best man? No, let's have fun with this. Your husband is Italian. Ex-husband
his
is Italian.
cousin and my best friend's husband.
He
So,
was he Italian? The best friend's husband?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
no, but I agree. Back then,
I see what you did, but you also
our
manipulated
school,
a little
but
bit.
because well, listen, my friends I've been friends with since second grade, and yes, back then in the East End, I can't speak for anything else. Our schools, the schools that I went to, were primarily Italian.
true.
kids.
Fair enough. Who is your newest friend?
Sin.
You?
No.
I was not gonna say you.
No, except me. I'm talking about a woman. Let's just start
But
with
why
that.
it gotta be a woman?
She's
And now you're trying
oh
to.
my no.
She doesn't
Oh,
remember where
this is
she's from.
bad. This
You
is bad.
don't know what nationality she is?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
She's from Chile.
Oh,
Yeah. What's up?
Chilena.
I
in
love
Chile.
her.
No, because when
Chile.
we went for drinks, it was your cousin and your brother's wife,
Yeah.
both Italian.
Well, my cousin's Italian.
But you could have a half something.
But your brother's wife is Italian?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she is. Okay. You remember
It's very typical.
Yes.
You were there.
Jamaica? Remember?
So you're just proving a point.
She is.
Are you done? Are
The
you
one on
done?
the-
Are you
Like
done proving your
Jamaican, the
point?
reggae music and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
No, but
And
you
the other
are the
one?
future.
See?
Why am I the future?
Mixed couple.
Oh yes, but I
Anyway,
was raised in the West Island. I was the only Portuguese, and all my friends were Canadian.
You were the rich Portuguese. There are not many of those.
Yeah. You looked upon us
So
peons.
can I ask you one thing? If you would have a wedding tomorrow,
Yeah,
I don't need the names,
Yeah.
but if I would tell you bridesmaid, what nationality would they be?
I can
I
guess
got
one.
everything.
Huh? You
I
would
got
have
everything.
Your
I got
best friend,
Asian.
though.
I got Indian. I
So,
got
okay,
Brazilian.
yeah, that's cool. Your boyfriend, you would have a lot of mixture too.
No, he wouldn't have none.
For sure, you would be there. wouldn't you?
No, not coming.
Impossible.
He's retired.
I'll be on her side.
Oh,
I'll be her man of honor.
You want to laugh? But you know, it's funny you
What?
say this. So I watched my boyfriend play hockey, right? And on Friday nights, and
a lot of Asian,
their
eh?
group primarily Asian.
Asian, yeah. A lot of Asian
I have
hockey
never
boys.
seen so many
yeah,
Asians.
Yeah, but I'll tell
Skating on
you
the
why
ice.
though, especially when it comes to hockey.
Sorry,
I'll tell you why.
no, it's that area. They grew up together.
Not only
It's from
that, the
area.
white man doesn't want them because they look at Asians and like they can't play hockey.
These
No,
guys
no,
can
they
play.
got no.
No, but
they
that's
These
the
have
guys
thing.
can play.
It's
They
like
mix.
the Asian national hockey team. I know a couple of players that play in it.
They're
They're
good.
amazing.
They're good.
Yeah.
But when you talk to them, they're like, "Oh, when we were younger, nobody took
That's
it
why they
seriously."
had to stick
so
together.
they
Yeah.
created their own
They
team.
created their thing, but yeah,
That's
there's
true.
a few white guys.
Because how many Asians you know that play hockey, right? So when they find each
That's
other,
not true.
No, they find each other. That's what I meant.
No, but I mean, even my Asian friends that aren't related to my boyfriend,
They know each
skate
other?
too. No, they don't know each other, and they skate.
Sure.
It's like a thing.
I like how she said
How
that.
can you tell?
They skate. Would you believe it? They got
Because they
two
would-
legs
they
and
would
they skate.
They would do.
That's
their
the
parents
basics
put
of
them in
hockey.
skating classes and stuff like that. I was like,
See,
what?
they adapted to the climate.
I was-
they
it was
adapted to the culture.
wild.
Props.
But
Did you
adapted
have
No, but they're-
did you have skating classes?
Me?
Yeah.
Skating classes? No. But did I go skating? Yes.
Okay,
Did
did
I,
you have
was I
skating
good?
classes?
No.
No, but I skated.
How about you?
No.
Where'd you
No
get
one know.
skating classes from? Like, who gave you that shit?
I know.
Parents?
Who gave you that?
Yeah,
And,
for real.
I
missed
missed
it.
it. Like given to us, or
No, you go to
in
the
school?
arena. Like my sister.
At school.
Okay,
My
at
sister-
school,
For
like
free?
your parents put
At
you
school.
in.
Yeah.
Wish I
Yeah.
had
Okay.
it.
No.
Because they
this-
wanted you to be part of the
No,
community.
I did
No.
soccer.
And then
I
in
get
winter, it's a free sport.
No.
Right?
did
That
not
is
get
true.
that.
They had the arenas. They used to
Yeah.
have all those.
That was a big thing.
Bibliothèque,
I had to-
libraries. They
yeah.
used to have the.
I had to
promos.
play hockey with fucking old
What?
rusted.
The
Sorry.
promos.
The who?
Like libraries.
Yeah.
They were very popular.
Yes.
Like when I was younger, they used to have promos like skating, skiing,
San Leo was big on
all
that.
kinds of stuff.
Shit, I
Tennis,
missed out on a lot.
volleyball. It was crazy. I was like, what?
No.
Like my
So was
sister.
just soccer.
Yeah.
Me, it was
Typical.
nothing.
You had the luxury.
The
When-
Tap dance.
At your wedding, who were the best men? So you're Trini. He was Asian.
My best man?
Who was your best
My
man?
best man was my brother.
Okay, so fair family. And then the rest.
I had 2 Haitians and a Trini. Yeah.
Hani wasn't in the list.
As a best man? No,
One of
but Hani
those-
was one of like
How do you call those? The
Ushers.
best man?
Ushers.
Ushers.
He was an usher, yeah.
He was
yeah.
usher, so he's part of the
He was
team.
an usher, yeah. He was part of the team from that
So
perspective.
you
yeah.
had Glad, Asian.
He was but he was an usher too. Glad
Yeah,
and
that's
Hani
it.
were like ushers.
That's
There's
it.
one best man.
What about you? Like you're like it's all Italians, but what? Like you have like one Algerian friend that you're like.
I don't have Algerian friends.
I don't think he.
At
I've never.
all?
Like I know a lot of Algerians. I was deep
But
in the
not
community.
one that you'd be like, yeah, that's my friend. They're Algerian.
I have a lot of friends.
No, but one that is like up, like the same level as your Italian friends from
Oh
childhood.
no,
no, you never had.
Well, you have to keep in mind when in the '90s when I came to Montreal, there was no Algerians. There was none.
But that's
Then
what I'm
there was
saying.
a
If there was this
competition.
little
there
isolated,
was Moroccans, Lebanese, Egyptian.
And
And
then
you
when the
never-
Algerians met him, they were like, "You're bear."
Yeah,
And
but
he
I
was-
wasn't there anymore. When they came in 2000s, I was already in Laval.
Okay.
So I left when everybody came. So I never had, but I know a lot of people in the community. We just don't have the same
values.
What about your brother and sister? Because they're much younger than you.
My brother mostly has Lebanese friends and Romanian friends.
Romanian?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a high
okay.
community here in Laval.
Yeah. in
No,
Romania, yeah.
I grew up around a lot of Romanians, ironically.
And
But
We
your
chill a
sister?
lot with the Lebanese. and Syrian and all those.
And your sister? She's a girl?
My sister's super multi-international. She chills. It's not necessarily cultures. It's like doctors and shit like that.
Okay, so she has a standard of what she wants to be surrounded by?
And again,
Or
it was,
it's
it
maybe
was
it's her niche.
circumstances. I guess she went to school and this
Okay,
is when
yeah.
she met them. Because my sister's not very...
Social?
No.
Oh, she has friends.
I don't know. You know what's
No,
it
but
could go
meaning
anyway.
that she I don't
And that
think...
wasn't an insult, by the way. 'cause
No,
I
no,
don't know
no.
her
No,
like
no.
that. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
her friends, I believe, and again, I could be wrong. She will probably correct me. But it was mostly out of interests in college and university. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
And her boyfriend is...
He's... So technically he's supposed to be Quebecer, but he's Anglo-Canadian. He says he's Quebecer.
Okay.
But,
And,
he's
but your
white,
brother,
white.
he
No, my
married
brain just-
Algerian.
Yeah, but my brother is very exceptional.
Okay.
Because except his last two girlfriends, when he was, I guess he was trying to,
know,
he's
he's on
focusing
the
on family
scene,
and
you know.
everything. Before that, his two serious girlfriends prior to that were Quebecers.
Oh, okay.
No, he was very...
And you dated primarily what?
He's international.
He's in.
No, before. Look,
Being around the
you're,
world. Yeah.
You're the mother of your
my
children.
baby.
She's...
Yeah, but it wasn't because of that.
No, I know.
Yeah, it was
just...
very...
But
By fluke.
it was a very...
And prior to that, did you
a
kind of
fluke,
stick
but like it means it was still close to your,
Like I popped my cherry with an Asian girl.
with a Haitian girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you see?
See?
Look at that.
But
Who knew?
my first girlfriend technically
Bro,
was
you
Egyptian.
played dangerous.
Was why?
Popping your cherry. You went straight for the...
Goodness.
Go big or go home.
Damn.
But
why
my
I
first
like the big
girlfriend was
butts.
Egyptian Christian.
Oh.
I was in love with the curls and the booty.
And the boudet. Yeah, we know that.
boudet.
You know.
Yes. So no, I never saw. How can I say this? I never like. I'm open
But I
to
don't
every
think
culture.
some of us do it like intentionally. I think sometimes it's just subconsciously, right? With the familiarity.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, and
Yeah.
the
You give where you
opportunity.
live.
Like
Yeah.
if they're there, they're there. What
They're
are you gonna
there
do?
exactly.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't
for
choose
sure.
to grow up in RDP, but
no, but
Yeah,
like,
because
I
it's
was
a little-
I was surrounded. I had no choice.
but don't get
I
me
had no
wrong. If
choice
I would
to
have
have
the
Italian
choice,
friends.
Exactly. I really didn't.
If-
There was not much choice. There wasn't.
Like,
no, but
Yeah.
if I would have the choice and build my own future wife,
Oh.
I would probably take her Algerian. But not
See-
because
because
it's easier.
no.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah, we have.
She would
We
be
have.
probably Berber too. It's just for the survival of the culture.
But isn't that what
Yeah.
everybody's trying to
Exactly.
accomplish right now?
Wait.
But we're not because I think it might do the opposite.
Yes, but wait. So
My
there's
brain.
It'd be muddled. You get what I'm saying? All muddled up,
But
aimless.
there's a
But I like
difference
that.
between
Mutts?
what I want and let's
don't
just say
know.
what Italians are a majority, meaning that Italians.
I like
So
that.
no, but you
That's
go.
the
you-
explanation.
they're everywhere.
Italians.
It's like
Oh, okay.
Lebanese. They're everywhere. You know them, right? Brazilians and stuff like that.
I don't know any Brazilians.
Berber is a
yeah, you
very
do. Didn't
tiny.
you meet my friend Mariana?
No.
Yes, yes. No, you haven't met
Oh,
her.
you'll have to meet her.
All right. And that's what I was thinking about, I think, when you were talking about your bridesmaids. I'm like, you got lots of people who are like,
Various places in
Yeah.
the world, yeah. Vietnamese, Taiwan,
Taiwan. damn.
India.
And you've known them since school?
Some of them, it's like over a decade. Some, honestly, my childhood friends, they evaporated.
I still got them.
Can't be friends with white folk.
Something one. I just cut them off recently, but
You guys didn't hear what I said.
Yes, I did.
Huh? What happened?
Can't be friends with white folk. Don't last. Don't last.
I don't know if that's true.
But aren't you white?
You know what I mean. Let's not.
You calling me
start
old,
with-
I'm calling you
You
super
consider
white.
yourself a white person when
Hells
somebody's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, you're white."
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
no, not
No, you
literally.
see,
This how she rolled her eyes. She's like, ugh.
Not literally.
He was right
Like-
again.
It's like all the white people, like the way they say
What
it
am
is
I
like,
supposed to be?
like them. For me, we take it completely different. I've had this conversation
Yeah.
with other people, and they agreed with
But
me.
it's true, though.
but-
No, no.
Bring
You're
them
an
to the
anomaly.
pod. We're gonna have fun.
But
with
here's the
this.
thing, because it's
Anomaly.
funny, because I know what she's talking about. You're talking about like when you go like in New York, right? When they talk about Italians, like they're white, but they're not white. You know what I mean? So I know what she
Exactly. That's the
means.
thing,
when
white-
she's
No,
saying
but they're
that.
above the whiteness. They're Italians.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
They're they got spice.
No, but that's what I mean. No, but especially because
But
Italians
yeah.
are a majority in these countries, right? They have their community and everything like that. They're known.
Yeah.
Because it's
Inter-
how it's presented. Like, like when people of like different cultures stuff say,
Background,
oh, "Yeah, you're such a white person," it usually means you know you're of this place. Like you don't have the background,
no,
the
she's
culture.
right,
we
though.
It's
have.
very simple. If
She's
you
right.
go to Africa, they're gonna call you white for the simple
And
fact
I'll
that
agree
you're.
because-
Man, in Africa, they call light skinned people white.
It's
No, but what I mean is because it's one of those
White.
countries that
You're
came
white.
over and took shit. Simply put.
Yeah, colonizers.
French, UK, England, the Dutch, Italians.
No, but I still know what she's talking about because,
it's
like I
how
said,
it's used.
No, because here in Canada, the white is, the
It's
Irish,
one thing.
Quebecer. Because UKs are white, right?
oh yeah,
Right?
oh
White
very,
folk.
So what's the difference? Okay, Belgians, are they white?
yeah.
French, are they white?
White folk, yeah.
But you know, I look at it. I look at it for, and I send
But
it
I
to
don't
you
see
this.
it because they don't have that.
But I said this.
How are French
hold on.
people?
No, they're not
Hold
faced
on,
with that
hold
type
on.
of conversation. Nobody's in their country. Oh, you're so
Tania,
white.
give me a second.
You
Let
know
me
what I'm saying?
let me
You're so
help you
French.
out. Let me help you out. Not help you out, but like clarify. Because remember, I told you, and I send it to you all the time. Whenever it comes for me, it comes to food, and like food and bland like.
That's not fair.
But that's
I knew you were gonna
you
say
hear
that.
a lot
Fuck
of
you, bro.
blacks.
Fair.
Blacks say that, like when you season like a white person, and you're like, what?
Yeah, but they're talking
know?
about Americans here.
Yeah, or white
No, because
White,
if you,
white.
Are
White,
Russian,
white.
Are,
Yeah.
Russian, are Russians
off
white?
white,
Russians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
off white.
very much
What's white?
Russian,
This is racist
English.
slang.
Yeah.
I think maybe we're just
No, but we try to help out the other cultures. Like the
Yeah,
Italians and
you
the Portuguese.
see?
They're like, nah, y'all not like you're not
you're
like
not
white.
white.
Yeah, exactly. She knows what I'm
You're
talking
white,
about.
but you're
So
not
can
white.
they say the N word?
It's like you guys.
Can
No.
they? Okay.
No.
So
Just because you're not
No.
black, you get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Portuguese people created
what?
slavery.
Indians can say the N word?
They cannot.
Well, I've been hearing.
Unless they're
Can't
Trini.
do that. Can't
Fucking
do that.
Moroccans could say it, and
They can.
French Montana.
They shouldn't.
We had this
but
conversation.
They
but
shouldn't
French,
be saying
Latinos can say it.
not all. Someone from Spain
Some-
cannot.
Yeah,
Pitbull
it's-
Someone from Puerto Rico can.
Pitbull says it.
Cuban,
he's
Cubans?
white.
Yeah, but
he's
a lot
not
of
white.
Cubans.
White, isn't he? Is it what? Isn't he?
He's
what's
not, I wouldn't say he's white. You talking about from a complexion standpoint.
No,
But from
a culture.
a culture Cuban standpoint, he's not white.
No,
white.
he's Cuban,
Yeah.
but he's Cuban white.
Yeah, but
But he could be mixed.
Like
huh?
there's Asian white,
there's Haitian white, but those
they're
Haitian white are
Lebanese
more
of
like
origin.
Lebanese
But
and
they're
stuff
still
like
Asian.
He
that.
ain't white.
10, 20 generations in.
Yeah.
And Pitbull's probably ancestors were white.
You don't say the word no more.
Oh my
though.
God, we're just gonna start
Yeah.
saying.
When he
white,
came
white.
out with that Miami album, he said the
Yeah.
word.
I'm just not white.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
I agree
white.
with her.
You're a colonizer. Is that better?
She ain't
That's
white. White.
not right.
Give my
But
dad a
it's
break,
true.
yo.
But it's not incorrect.
But there's no shame in your whiteness.
She
was
uses
super proud.
seasoning.
No, it was just because I had the.
So let's put it this way: if you commit a crime
Uh-oh.
and then the cops come and they
What nationality?
describe the person, what are you going to be saying? I'm not white. They're not white.
Yeah, she was white, but she was white.
No,
white.
I just
They're white with
committed a
spice.
felony.
Exactly,
It's okay.
with
That goes out the
spice.
window. I'm whatever you want me to be.
She said they're white with spice. Like I said, little seasoning,
I'm whatever you want to be at that
little
point.
paprika, little turmeric, or whatever.
They're like, he described the criminal. She was white.
But she had
white.
seasoning.
I had a little bit of seasoning.
No, but again, that's all I was saying, and I just say
I'll
that.
just be an immigrant at that point.
But there is white immigrants.
No. Choose white at that point. Choose white.
They'll be like, she's an immigrant.
You'll get
No,
off
but
easier.
definitely an immigrant. I'm not removing that part. Do you feel like an immigrant?
No.
You're born here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like 6, 7.
Don't look at me,
generations
bro. You know I'm an immigrant.
I don't feel like an immigrant. No, never. I only felt, I think,
in.
But you're
West
born
Island.
here too.
I was born,
And you're
but
in
I
the West
think,
Island.
But when you're in the West Island and you have like a
another
different
world.
culture,
It is another
You feel like, oof, they don't understand.
West Island is another world.
It is.
Period.
It's gotten, I don't know, it's psychedelic now.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just bizarre.
The south of the West Island.
No, but what do you
bizarre.
mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. It just feels different. It's just a
Is
mixture
it because you
of-
moved
there's
out of
so-
there now and you're like looking
And
at
you,
it?
yeah, you
and you're
can
seeing it
you
differently?
see inside, and you're like, it's not that great.
Shit.
Not that great.
Yeah,
I
there's
love
no more-
it.
There's
but
no
it's
more
not
room
that
on the
great.
island. They had to go somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
They caught up with
Who's
them.
they? Who is they?
Who knows?
The people.
Who's the people?
The
Who you
people.
A lot of people.
Los-
It's just overcrowded. You know what I mean?
It's like if you go to rich neighborhoods,
talking- Yes.
I don't think they care that much of your nationality. They just know you're rich.
They just
Yeah.
know you're one of us.
If you have like a $2-3 million house, they're not like, oh, that's your nationality. I'm racist. No,
This is true.
I'm money.
But the problem with the West Island, I think it goes from that, like
And then
the
to
rich,
super poor.
and then to super poor, and you see the clash all
It's
the
called the
time.
40.
And now because it kind of like that.
What'd you
poor-
say?
It's called the 40. That's the wall. The south of the West Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the poor or rich part?
No, it's the poor. The
Yeah.
rich
That's
is
like Dorval?
Roxborough and
Yeah,
on.
Oh, Roxborough.
Even in the name.
Even though it's
what's that
like
other
it's
place called before? Way before, like as soon as you get off on Gwen there.
a hunt, Cartierville,
Kirkland?
Cartierville.
No, that's not West Island. It's the West Island. It's like literally, it's like a ghetto.
Oh, Pierrefonds.
No, there's Saint Geneviève. Saint Geneviève.
Okay,
Oh my God.
this is way before
Pierrefonds,
Pierrefonds.
Dollard
This is
des
way
Ormeaux.
no,
Ça, c'est Cartierville.
Dorval.
No, before Pierrefonds, c'est Cartierville.
But that's what I said.
Yeah. Where are you going, you? Pierrefonds, where's
When you
Gouin?
get off Gouin, where?
Hold on.
Yeah, where?
Off the
And then
13?
Gouin, when you turn right
when
on
you go
Gouin,
off the 13,
it's
you're
Pierrefonds.
talking Roxborough. We're entering.
is that Roxborough?
Oh yeah, you're
That's
entering. That's
Roxborough.
I thought Roxborough was further down.
Like
Yeah.
it's you're starting.
It's
You're
on the
headed down.
20, Roxborough, no?
Hold on.
It's so you know when you're going towards the 13, like you're gonna go take the 13 north on Gouin. You know you're
Yeah.
going Gouin. Like you, that's all Roxborough. That you.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
I thought that was
So
Roxborough
maybe it
and,
is
I thought that was
Roxborough.
Pierrefonds.
No, it's Roxborough, and there's a name. Oh my God, what was it called?
Yes, go on. That's what
Not
I'm talking
Amabe. What is?
Yes,
Amabe.
That's what I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yo,
those
that
two,
place.
they collide. at
That
one
place
point.
is the get. So Amabe
yeah.
is Roxborough.
No, so they're side by side.
So Amabe is West Island.
But there's a Roxborough Amabe section. Part.
Do you know
Amabe-
West Island a bit?
No.
Bro, what I know
the
about
east end.
Amabe,
It's ghetto.
you would not go in there.
Oh no, you
East
die.
End.
You die.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I was
it's
raised
not like
a lot
that
in
anymore.
the
I
East
think.
End too.
But-
My parents.
But it's like RDP in
in
Montreal
Anjou.
North. There's nice places and there's...
Yeah.
yeah.
And it varies literally street.
Yeah,
to
it's one
street.
corner street.
Street to street.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
It could even be
bling,
like
bling,
the top of the
broke.
street to the bottom. Yeah.
That's the West Island right there.
But RDP specifically, it's really changed because there's, you know,
So
people...
has St. Leo.
And very
Yeah,
packed.
San Leo.
A lot.
San Leo.
A
I haven't
lot.
been,
Very, very
been to those
packed.
areas in a long time.
San Leo is... I try to avoid...
Not good. No?
It's crazy.
Too many Arabs, man.
Oh shit.
They just be crossing the street like a wave.
Yeah.
No, but it's like, again, I love my people, but like there's like we left our country.
They're coming to RDP too.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We left our country,
Yeah,
now
there's
they're
no
all
housing,
here.
you know?
Yeah.
Who likes the cold?
Imagine how the Lebanese feel in Brazil.
Yeah, well, they're 11 million, right?
Yep.
I would love to see the numbers here of immigration, but there's way too many. And the thing is, you can clearly see who they are. It's not like they can blend.
In Brazil.
Yeah, no, Brazil, you can't tell.
Okay.
You can't tell what's Lebanese or not. Because when I met them in Lebanon, I honestly thought they were Brazilian.
Really?
Dark, fully
Yeah, yeah,
tattooed. They don't even speak Arabic, English or Portuguese.
Not surprised.
And that was crazy to come because Lebanese are very proud people.
Oh.
But so are the Brazilians, right? And they
Yes.
have this very magnetic
Suave.
thing about their culture,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And you just want to be them. You just want to talk like them. You just want to.
I think that's more a Portuguese thing.
No, I think it's just them. Like
You
they have
colonize
something-
them and they look cooler than you guys. And you're like, shit.
We taught you this language. How the fuck you make it sound so good?
It is cute. I love the way they talk. I
I
love and I love because my Brazilian friend, she's so funny when she pretends to talk like me. It's like she does this. It's funny.
She does a white accent.
She knows she does the Portuguese,
Oh.
like the way I speak Portuguese, like the mainland. So it's funny.
Side note, I just wanted to tell you about a movie that I don't know if you saw it. It's called Somewhere in Queens. It's with Ray Romano. Basically, it's like
Isn't he dead?
no, it's Italian. It's an Italian-based movie, but it's about the father who's trying to push his son to
that's
be a
Ray
ball.
Liotta.
To
I
be a
think you're
ball
talking
player.
about Ray Liotta. He
Yeah, Ray
died.
Liotta
Yeah.
died.
Ray
Ray
Liotta's
Romano's
dead?
not that
Yeah,
old.
he died like
it was a
four-
Ray.
Yeah, he died not long ago, 2024.
I'm shocked.
The
2-3
he
years
did a move,
ago.
the cocaine bear.
Yeah.
He was
Cocaine
that was
Bear.
a
Hell
bear
yeah.
of cocaine,
Cocaine
bear.
Bear,
Yeah.
He was in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that movie. He was the
He's
bad
the bad
guy.
guy. He's often the bad guy now.
But yeah,
pretty good at being
check
the
out the
bad
movie
guy.
because about father, wanted to push his son into playing basketball and stuff. It kind of remind me a little bit
Interesting.
of you, but not fully, but in a way. But
In
you'd
a way.
appreciate the movie. It's not comedy, but it's like a
So,
very
so,
introspective.
So bottom line,
yeah, drama.
we don't change.
so before we close the pod, I have to ask a question to each one of you. I think I know your answer. I'm curious about yours, but we'll get to you at last. Is there a nationality or
Yes.
religion
No,
that you wouldn't date?
Oh, that I wouldn't date?
Yeah, you would find it just too complicated, the differences, or whatever it is.
My automatic answer was going to be no. That's what you thought it was going to be?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. But as I'm getting older, yeah, I think there's a yes. I think there's a yes in there.
Are you comfortable sharing?
And
why?
No. It's not that I'm uncomfortable. I'm just finalizing the thought. If it's actually because I've never been asked that before, and I was like,
That's why I'm here.
Huh.
He stumped you?
Maybe not. Okay. It would be more based off of, I would say, religion
Okay.
than it is off of actual, like color of people, right?
Yeah,
So
it's a question of whatever
Yeah.
rocks your boat now here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which religion are we talking about here?
I think it would probably have to be all. No, I'm joking.
But you're a Christian, right? Or Catholic?
I mean, on paper,
yeah, but meaning that
Oh, okay.
no, but like
Catholic, Christian, yeah. All the,
you
all
have
the
those cultural
values
values
or,
that are
yeah,
similar,
yeah,
right?
exactly. I think for me, because I mean,
like Buddhist, Hinduist, Jewish, or
yeah,
Muslim
exactly. Like I don't
would be an issue.
I think it would be
Obstacles.
obstacle. I wouldn't say an issue, but it would be an obstacle.
would make it harder.
Yeah, because for sure, for me, it probably would be Jewish. It would be hard, right, for me to be in the religion.
The
itself.
community
Just to
wouldn't
be involved.
It wouldn't
you know?
accept.
No,
yeah,
but there's
I wouldn't be
there's-
easily accepted.
I know a lot
Yeah.
of Jewish people that
Yeah,
don't care about that part.
Yeah.
Like they're Jewish by culture.
but meaning if they practical in that
And
sense,
would
right?
All,
let's just say
like,
if you would
practicing?
have
Yes.
kids, would it be an issue if she would want them to be
to convert.
her religion? They're not going to be converting. They'll be literally.
Well, they are Jewish. The mother's Jewish.
Exactly.
They're Jewish.
But who makes the rule? Who
No,
makes
but
that
meaning
rule?
Well,
wait.
they did, huh?
What she meant by that is
Because I've heard
they
that.
have,
I've heard that.
no, it is.
It
but
is
they
a
have the
rule.
Yeah, I know.
choice
That's what I
to
meant.
become Jewish because the mom is Jewish. That's what it means.
Yes.
Because if a Jewish
So that's why Drake is
Jewish girl
Catholicism is the opposite.
marries a Muslim man, the kids
Are
can
Jewish.
be either or.
Oh, okay.
They have the option. But if it's a Jewish man with, let's just say, a Muslim
Because the
girl,
mother is carrying
the kids are in big trouble.
Because they can be whatever they want to.
Exactly. Because Muslim women cannot marry non-Muslim men
Muslim men can marry non-Muslim
because they
women.
can because the religion comes through the father
They could convert.
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Most
wild.
of the.
Yeah, but those are the rules in politics.
But
That's
like
all.
I think for me, like I said, it would just be more because like from an acceptance piece.
Yeah.
It's less from a me perspective.
Yeah.
it would be for you, not about her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
like because I
Makes
don't
sense.
think I wouldn't have any issues if my kids were,
Like, would you do Shabbat and the whole shebang? And
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
you're very inclusive that way. That's
Yeah,
why I figured.
That's
you
why.
were-
Yeah, I really, honestly speaking, I don't have any issues, and I appreciate like everything, like dude, when it comes to that stuff.
How about you, Sedalia?
Yeah, that was tough.
Again, I think the religion, sometimes maybe the cultural too, just because I don't feel like I could fully integrate myself into it and vice versa. would
Which
be-
culture would you think? Because we're
You're-
so
Diverse.
diverse. That's why I don't have a problem with the culture piece.
I don't have it. I find it's a richness.
Yeah.
It is, but again, I think it's like if like let's say he was a very very into Islam. I think that
It
would
would
be.
be
But
hard
he's not
for you.
imposing it to you, for example.
But he has his family. And they have their
Right.
traditions. I would always feel like there's something, and then kind of putting
I know what
him
you mean.
into like I'm Catholic, and you know what I mean. There's always going to be a little bit tension in that respect.
So
But if
it's-
they're not, if they're very open minded, and I have
So
no
it's any
problem.
culture that is very
It has,
strict.
yeah. If there's that, would be hard. It would be a deal breaker.
Hmm.
But if they're very open minded and that's not an issue, and we can both integrate both religions, I have no problem with any.
But it's
Are
hard.
you religious? Are you consider yourself religious?
I do believe in God. I am Catholic. I do believe that I am a practicing Catholic. I pray
Okay, so
once
you
in
are
a while.
religious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's important, and in my family, it's very important too. So it's like I definitely want to bring somebody that's comfortable, which my boyfriend is, a man of God. So it fits. It
kind of- it's
aligns.
so cute to say that.
It
Man of God,
aligns.
yeah.
It's easier. Yeah, exactly.
But the cultural side, was it an issue?
No, but I feel like sometimes it almost brings it out of us that we want to show off our cultures, if that makes sense. It's like,
A little bit.
when you're with someone who has a very similar culture, you kind of are just in cahoots with each other. Like, oh, yeah, we like this. Oh, yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I do that too. Oh, we do this. Yeah, it tastes good, blah, blah.
Yeah.
With us, it's like there's the differences. And it's like, oh, yeah, you should try this. Is really good. And this and that. And it's like, oh, yeah, well, we make
It's
this.
pride. It's the pride.
just
It's your
weird-
pride.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
pride.
your pride. It brings out
But it's a
more-
richness
But
too.
you want
I think
your
that's
partner
good.
to experience what
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're more adamant and you're maybe more adamant about your culture than I was previously. And I think the same thing for him.
But that's what I find that when you're in a multicultural relationship,
Yeah.
you have tendency of going back, trying to show your
Yes.
partner.
Yeah.
So
and
you,
it's interesting.
if you're among yourselves, you take it for granted. I don't
Yeah.
need to talk about this or try to
Right.
cook this because they already know. But if you're with somebody who's like, oh, this is what I used
But
to.
when you say multicultural, like, because that could still be, you can still be within, like, let's say, for example, well, it more works for black, I'll say. Because let's say I could date a girl.
But black is not a culture.
That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, because I'm going back to the original race like thing, but like in the sense of like, if I could date another black girl, but a black girl from, whatever it's Haiti or whatever, I'm still digging within my culture and my roots to show her what I have.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Because your food and the food from Cameroon,
Right.
let's just say, are not the same.
Yeah, it's
at
like
all.
if Sedalia dating someone who's Italian, there may be
Exactly.
something
It's
that's
very
like,
simple.
yeah.
I have, and it's
But
very
you could still dig,
coincide
right? You could
very
still
So
well.
you've
show your
dated
culture.
Italian.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. I mean, and I speak Italian, so
Because
it's
there's a
very
lot of
easy. It's
similar-
a lot of similar.
My
There's a
sister-in-law is Portuguese, and
see us, me too. I have a lot of my cousins that are
She's
married
accepted.
to Italians.
she is accepted.
I don't even think it's a question.
But I feel like it was the opposite. Like she had to accept us, and us.
really.
What do you mean? Where?
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Sometimes Portuguese can be a bit standoffish.
Yeah.
That is true.
Wait.
Yeah,
This is interesting.
that is true, though.
I missed
This is
that.
true.
Yeah.
In what?
What's the whole thing?
So the
accepted who?
Portuguese, your sister.
Like I felt like she had to accept us.
This was who? Sorry,
She,
my bad.
my sister-in-law. She's Portuguese.
like her family or her?
Her.
Well,
her?
no, she was born here, but yeah,
That's
her-
true. Portuguese can be like that sometimes.
Be like what exactly? That's what
She's
I'm
very
trying
proud of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but Portuguese are very
as we're
proud.
not. Well, I don't know if it's. I mean, again, I only speak for myself and my family. We're not overly proud to be Italian.
because you're surrounded by Italians.
Maybe I don't know.
No, but that's I'll tell you honestly, because when I chill with my Italian friends and we're outside the Italian community,
Yeah.
they're as proud as any other culture, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
But I think
Yeah.
maybe two proud cultures together.
Yeah, for sure. No, but
And
two
also-
colonizers, there's always
Colonizers are trying to colonize each other.
no. There's like they have
No, but I
history.
Oh
get it.
shit! Imagine.
But I get what you're
No,
saying.
but there's history. There's
But I think it's more a woman thing. Portuguese guys don't give a shit.
I was gonna say even like
it's not a thing.
shit. The Portuguese guys I know are super proud Portuguese.
They are proud, but I don't
They all have the
feel
tattoo
like
of
they'll
the
be
Portuguese
forcing
flag.
you to adapt to their culture.
Oh no, not in that sense. But you will know very
maybe
fast
the woman
that they're
is
Portuguese.
because there's more tradition. Maybe there was,
They're amazing people. Don't get me wrong.
it's
I
crazy
don't know.
because like I'm trying to understand. I understand what you're saying, but like I mean from like because I just think about my family and it's majority women, right? And I think like from a religious perspective, from a culture perspective, didn't have any of those issues or never have had those issues. Like I've been engaged to like Quebecer girl like in the past. You know what I mean? Like it's never been like, hey,
But
is she
that's,
gonna be?
But that's more of a black thing.
That's what I'm trying. That's what that's what I was trying to
Because of
to
the
understand.
whole history, it's all about inclusivity and wanting to be
Yeah.
integrated, meaning that don't
Yeah.
hate me, I'm open and I'm this and that.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the people that are the most okay with marrying with any culture are usually black communities.
Right, because that's it. That's why I was like sitting there. I'm like, oh shit, there's really that. Like, you know what I mean? There's that much. Because religion was not, even though they're like, Christian or, whatever, it was never like imposed. The girl doesn't have to
Very
be
inclusive.
religious or whatever. Doesn't have to, yeah. That's all I was
Very.
like, whoa.
It's years and years, centuries of.
It is
trying to-
conditioning.
yeah,
Yeah, trauma.
conditioning, yeah.
That's probably what it is. It's true.
That is definitely a very black thing.
Yeah.
They're very
You're just like,
welcoming and
"Ah,
opening.
it's all right.
Other countries have tendency of trying to.
Preserve.
We are the best.
That's the good political, the
you're being
yeah.
diplomatic.
way. But yes, it goes around those lines.
Maybe.
So how about you?
Now I don't think I would have. Like I'm
Okay.
trying to think.
Would you have other kids? Let's start with that.
No.
Okay, so if you would have other kids, would there be?
Would there be?
Any like
preference?
restriction?
No, not
restriction
restrictions
for like religion, whatever, culture.
No,
or stuff like that.
no, because I'm not. I don't really practice much of anything. So, and I'm very like. There's a lot of Italian traditions that. It's not that I don't believe in it, but I just don't necessarily practice them. But I did them for the sake of traditional reasons and to make the family happy, which is not right. But
But now you're okay not making them
Yeah.
happy. Like tomorrow you
Yeah.
bring, I don't know, a Filipino or Indian
Yeah, I don't
or a
care.
Muslim,
Filipino.
whatever,
I don't. Care. No, I wouldn't care.
or a little Mexican.
A little Mexican.
He's little, apparently. Why is he little?
Why is the
does he
voice
have to
so
be
high? To,
small?
Hola.
Hola.
Como te amo.
No, I don't think I would care. Ask me that question maybe 15, 20 years ago, I think it would have been different. But,
Yeah, because
So
we
what
care
changed?
too much.
what changed?
Life.
Yeah.
The world.
I just don't give a shit about anything, and I don't care what people say, and I don't care what they think, and I
very
just want to
good.
be.
I like that. It's
Yeah.
true.
And that is another observation that I made
What is that?
among Italian men that
Okay.
remarry or redate after the traditional version.
Yeah.
It's mostly not with Italians.
No, see, no, that's not.
Run away.
The ones that I know.
No. It's the opposite. The women that
The women.
leave the Italian
So
relationship.
how does that work? If the guy doesn't, but the girl does, who are they married?
No, because I feel like Italian men.
I think you broke Sedalia's brain. Not you, him. She went.
No, but I wasn't talking specifically about men. I'm talking about Italians in general.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I thought you were talking about men.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
said men.
After like yeah,
Let's
men,
talk
but I was
about
meaning
men.
Italian, yes. But it was mostly after they had the kids. They don't want kids anymore, and they did the whole,
So now
They
they
wanna
don't
be
have the
outside
pressure.
of that.
The pressures.
exactly of culture
I don't
and
think
stuff
it's
like
the guy
that.
that felt the pressure. I think it's more the
girls felt the
women.
pressure?
Yeah.
Shit, the two Italians I know are with
Really?
Latinas right now.
But isn't it like that
You know,
more? I feel like
Latinas
it's
are a
like that in
popular
most
choice.
cultures. I feel the women actually get the brunt of it
Yeah.
as opposed to men. In most cultures, I would say. Like, whereas.
No, but women too. I
But the
could
pressure of what? Like the
Staying
Are we
with
talking
the
about the
bring-
financial?
marrying-
About
Yeah.
no, it's not
Yeah.
financial. It's cultural. It's like having when
they have to carry the house.
yeah,
the
because
whatever.
Italians
Yeah.
specifically because I know
Yep.
they're very proud Italians. The
Providers.
the
But you know
culture
why
and
though?
stuff.
Because the man could carry the name most of the time. The man's carrying the name, so regardless of.
But
where
it's
he
mostly
goes,
for the culture,
no?
what people, the community is going to say. He has Italian kids. The
family's
They're
gonna say.
Italian,
Yeah.
whatever. Now I did that part. Now
leave me
whatever
alone.
I do as a companionship
Yeah.
is on me.
Well, because if they're divorced, that's a big, a big scarlet letter, right? After that, you don't give a shit. You do whatever you want. You did what,
The scarlet letter.
the scarlet letter.
So now you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You
Well,
wear
give me
that,
a fuck.
I
that
never really
letter
did.
proud.
It's just now I'm more vocal about it, and it just shows more.
Have you ever dated before your husband? Let's just say. Let's see how much. So you
Remember, she said Saint Leonard. She was more,
there was no
Primarily.
such thing. She's younger than me. There was a lot of immigrants.
Yeah, but
Not that much younger.
No. Well, yeah, but meaning that even my
But
era,
5
there's
years.
not a
Yeah,
lot of
but
diversity.
it's not fair to ask me because my ex was my first real boyfriend. But I fell into that trap of and it's
The trap?
Yeah, it is a trap.
So,
it
yeah,
is a trap, and
sometimes it
and
is.
I speak for Italian. I don't know. if-
Europeans in general, it's a trap.
Yeah. It's
Like
you
the
know
first
meet the
one you
guy.
date?
Meet
Yep.
yeah.
They
just
feed you that
stay.
illusion.
Even if it's you're not super happy, you stay. And
Yeah, that's very.
Traditional.
Yeah,
It's the way
traditional.
it's supposed to be. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
and you stay forever.
it's like, you think I like my wife? That's how they.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
They grew to
I've
love each
hated her
other.
for 40
But
years.
now you have a son, right? So I guess it works on both. Even if you had a daughter, what would you tell him when it comes to dating then for the future?
Or love.
Yes.
Love.
what feels right, boy.
Yes, what? I said, what would you tell him? Yes.
No, but what Jason is saying, it's you gotta love and respect her. It's not don't listen to.
Don't do it for culture or
But I
duty.
think by the time he's in that, I don't think
That's like
they'll
in
have
6-7 years.
no.
He's gonna start dating in 6-7
Oh
years.
yeah, but you're talking about marriage.
No, but
no,
eventually.
I think he meant dating
yeah,
first.
it's
Oh,
dating
okay.
and like
Just any kind of relationship.
Yeah, to eventually
Romantic
marry.
But
relationship.
again, yeah, but okay, he won't have the pressures that we had.
You're not going to put
I
that
find
pressure
like
on him.
we're
Yeah, but you're
Not
the one
as
who gives-
traditional.
if your parents are still alive, well, by the time he's going through the marriage thing, your
Yeah.
parents are traditional, I'm guessing.
No,
Oh, they're not.
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just have my mom, and she
Okay.
was not.
Oh, okay.
She was very like, you do you, and if you're happy, you're like.
So
came from
what?
a traditional family.
So what or who imposed that pressure on you?
I think me. I think because I'm. It's
Not the
that
community?
Well, a little bit. Well, it's that bubble. That,
Because you have
that
your
is-
aunts, your uncles.
Friends.
Not even that. Yeah, it was friends. It's just you're just surrounded by this, and we reached a certain age, and it's like, okay, well, I think we should get married now, and like, because I never wanted to get married, I never wanted to have kids,
crazy.
and I did both, and yeah, exactly, yeah.
But she loves her son a lot.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I would not regret. I don't regret anything because of him. Yeah, I do it all over again for him.
No, for sure. But that's the thing. These are things we didn't know we knew until it happened, right?
But I
after.
am traditional parents, traditional grandparents, and I didn't. Listen
They never
to
had
Yeah,
an
you were
issue.
you were outside
I did everything the opposite end.
Well, you
'Cause you're a rebel.
You met my
I
cousin,
really-
she's-
and I never
she's
intended
married
to be the
a
rebel.
black guy, and that was not like,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
coming into an Italian family.
But I
How
think
was
it's because
that?
of the Canada thing, right?
Not everyone was on board,
But,
but
she
now,
still.
yeah. Oh, she didn't care. No,
No, but that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Now she has a couple of kids.
she has had two. She lost one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
has
meaning
that
the
on it.
community still. Because eventually the community gets over it in the
Of
sense.
course.
that
Well, you have no choice.
But yeah.
As long as you're good people and
Yeah.
you're in it, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
And you have love for your the people, the person.
Yeah,
you
and
know
respect.
what I mean?
As long as
Like,
you
meaning,
just-
like,
that
the
means
But are
parents
they
love their
welcoming to his
child.
husband though? Like her, I understand. Her child, I understand.
absolutely.
Okay, well that is cool. That's again. Italians are more, I believe, especially because
Racist?
they've been no.
Yeah,
no.
Italians are very racist.
Yeah, a little
Yes.
bit. I
Most
could say that too.
Europeans.
Yeah.
Most Europeans.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's good racism.
What?
What's good racism?
I don't even
I
want to
mean,
know.
I know what you're saying.
You
It's
saw
like-
that pause he made too.
It's,
He's
No,
like,
because
he's
I've
like,
been
I'm about
victim.
to fuck it up.
it's contained.
No, because I've been
Contained.
victim of Italian racism, and I
Please.
somewhat understand it.
Yeah, but
loving-
I don't
the loving
understand
kind?
what you're saying. Please,
I
help me.
do.
know, why-
No, but
that
it's not.
makes it
It's not
good.
your classical racism like
Yeah.
what we go through with specific communities.
Maybe not
because-
for you.
I think it's stereotypical.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
that's it.
Maybe
It's a
not for you.
Because again, I don't even think it's they just don't want other cultures coming into their nation. That's pretty much it.
Do not
And then they
enter.
say shit in a very racist way,
Oh, very.
just to prove their point, meaning that I don't want you dating my daughter.
But I mean,
100%.
But
But
that's
it's not because of you.
stereotypes.
it's not being protective. I'm sorry, bro.
No, it is. It is. It's for them. It's a form of
But
love.
you're being protective, but you're hurting someone else.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they
care.
don't see like
That's
that.
it. That's what I mean.
But-
That's what I meant. It's good racism in the sense that for
You
them.
mean good intentioned
Yeah,
racism?
exactly. That's what I
Because
meant.
good
What an
racism,
oxymoron.
I
It's not
don't
good
know.
What an
racism.
oxymoron.
No,
That's why I was like, what?
No, but it's good intention, meaning that they're
But
trying.
because I speak sin,
But
I
I-
understood.
I-
I,
No,
think-
it's not good intention.
wish
No.
I didn't understand.
It's
I
not.
think the intention is they want the best for
And they think
their
that
and they
that's
think you're not
Italians.
good enough.
But
Period.
but that's
Yes.
not good.
It's not good
But
enough.
no one is good enough except an Italian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. It had nothing. They're racist. with
preservation.
Everybody.
But that's not good racism.
That's not good racism.
But it's not racism.
That's self-preservation.
What?
But
that's
that is
not the
racism.
meaning of racism.
That's tribal. What's it called?
Don't say tribalism.
No.
No, it's not
Self-preservation.
tribalism.
Self-preservation.
It's xenophobia.
it's
Is that
not.
Xenophobia. Yeah.
What is it in
don't even-
English?
Xenophobia.
So it's xenophobia.
Yeah, it's the same
That's
thing.
what it is.
Damn, it's a disease.
And it's purest
But
form.
doesn't xenophobia kind of?
It's a branch.
It
It's a
could be
cousin.
a right.
It's a cousin. But meaning that they're not racist to a specific race.
They're just not being
They
malicious.
just don't want anybody except ours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they'd be more tolerant towards some races than others.
No.
No,
No?
because I think
Like
about
they wouldn't be more tolerant towards someone who's Portuguese versus.
Maybe,
okay, let me
yeah,
say there's
maybe
a
a
great.
little bit.
There
No,
has
but
to be a
that's- that
scale.
I agree.
Yes.
There's a
Okay, you're
scale.
right.
There
Yeah,
is
a
yeah.
scale.
so
There is a
it's
scale.
Europe. Well, it's
Yes.
not. No, so it's
Not all
Spanish,
European.
Spanish, Portuguese,
Yeah.
Greek,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then the
I
rest are
feel
out.
like Greek is like
Yeah.
the closest.
Right.
Because French will never pass from
No,
France.
But they might
You
pass.
guys,
No,
yeah.
come on. There's a lot of French Italian
they'll
mixes.
pass
What are you talking
before
about?
a lot of other.
There will
Oh,
be
yeah?
resistance.
Oh yeah, probably
Come on,
on the
bro.
list. Yeah, probably on the
The
list.
scale. The
Yeah, yeah.
scale.
Like at the bottom is probably going to be
Black,
Asian,
Indian.
Indian.
Yeah.
It's like the resistant bands.
Asian
You know
they
what I
can
mean?
pass though. Asian gets
I've
through.
never seen an Asian with
Asians
an
like
Italian.
in the middle.
But I feel even though you haven't seen it, I feel
Have you
like,
seen an
I feel like it
Italian
could
with
work.
an Asian?
Yes.
Have you seen a Portuguese?
An
with an
Italian
Asian?
girl,
Yes.
not the
No,
opposite.
Oh.
I'm talking about
I'm
an
so
Italian
slow
that
girl
sometimes.
was the point.
with an Asian dude.
Wait, hold on.
An
Because the
Italian-
No,
basics-
hold on.
Wait,
The other
because
way
the
around.
basics here is when it comes to Italian, I speak Italian. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But they want to have that, and again, this is super racist.
You
what
talk
I'm
about
gonna say.
machismo.
No, they want somebody that can protect their daughter.
I said machismo, didn't I?
Yeah, man.
That's literally the definition.
Sorry, man.
You know?
See, maybe you would be approved by Italians.
Me? No, only when I talk.
Because Italians have this obsession, even among Italians, you have to be protective. I'm going to give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
my daughter. You
You're
know, she
gonna
has to be-
watch
yeah.
out for her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah?
And
Very
the way
caveman-like, yeah.
Italians
Yes.
see Asians they see them as these tiny little.
Which is not true.
A little
Exactly,
Pinocchio.
100%.
What did you?
A little Finocchio. That's what it would be.
What?
A little Finocchio.
You're Finocchio.
The fuck is a Finocchio?
I thought you spoke
that's not-
Italian.
Yeah.
Gay, but that's
That's, you know, a little
yeah.
flimsy. A little flimsy.
That's what they call them, like a gay.
You know?
No, a little piccolo.
Piccolo
I'm just gonna make it
You
shit
said
up.
little,
Small Finocchio.
So you did a little small.
I just added,
small little.
Un piccolo
Wait,
Finocchio.
piccolo means small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Piccolo was the fighter in Dragon Ball Z. His name is small.
Yeah. Because
Yes.
you know why? Because it's Junior Piccolo, the small version of the
big one.
You see?
Yeah.
I just
can
learned
say
that
both.
too.
Nice.
Hey,
can say
Italian
both.
people, adopt me now.
Yeah. Piccolo Finocchio.
Piccolo Pinocchio.
But why?
Say,
I
what's
mean,
that face, bro?
The Arabs are sturdy and strong.
I'm not Arabic, but okay.
No, I know. But I'm saying,
She's
in
like, your
appearance.
region of the world, they're
You
sturdy
look
and
like
strong.
them, you are them.
In appearance, yes, I'm speaking from a European. It looks like it is.
It looks like it.
It looks like it's gonna be mine now. This is my land.
True that.
Yes, what is your question?
No, it
she
was just
means-
that. It's like they would look at you and be like, he
I
looks
feel like
like
you
an
would pass.
able-bodied
No, but North
man.
Africans, the beauty about us is we look like all the region of the Mediterranean
It's true.
somewhat look similar. South of Italy, south of Spain.
Algeria, Morocco is right next to Spain and Portugal. Like we have very
Yeah, exactly.
similar traits.
But we're close to France too, but we don't look like them.
no,
let's be honest
it's
there.
more on this end.
Italians, I've got Greek before.
100.
Yeah.
We have very similar traits.
So it's only when it comes to culture
It's only
or
when you start
language
talking.
that's, yeah.
They're
If we shut the
gonna know.
fuck up.
Just not an agree. He's good. Okay. Why doesn't he talk? I don't know. I don't know. It's
Got
very-
it. You can get away with that shit. Oh, he is Italian.
Yeah, that's it. You just need the hand.
Just do this.
Just the hand gestures. And
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That was so wrong. But anyway, I'm sorry.
But so right.
Cancel him.
Please.
It is what it is.
But love, peace, and happiness.
Hey,
And
man. I
nobody's
want
gonna
that.
change.
Everybody go outside this summer. Enjoy.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck every nationality.
Oh, it was the same thing.
Taste everything.
I'm like, yo, fuck someone from a different culture and race,
Listen.
man. Learn something new.
There
I'm
you
all
go.
for it.
Embrace change.
Embrace change.
Great change. Yes, definitely.
But
You don't
be,
gotta change, but you can embrace it.
I was gonna say, hey, nice, nice callback. Yes.
And on that note.
Peace.